his hair is combed and he wears a suit and tie. He's nice, polite, he'll catch you by surprise. A smile so bright, you never bat an eye. Said she was in a hurry. That's when she met him Sunday walking down the street. She dropped a bag and it fell to his feet. He got down on one knee. He handed her the purse and gave a warning to her, saying this: you know the devil has horns. He's out tonight, walking round downtown, carrying a gun and knife. He'll fight, you'll die, but you'll see him clear as light. An evil sight, you should know the warning signs. So then he walked her to a home. He said, a pretty girl like you can't be alone, because the devil, he will take all that you own and he'll strip you to the bone. She thanked him twice, he said goodnight. She checked her bag, but nothing was inside. You think the devil has horns? Well, so did I, but I was wrong. His hair is combed and he wears a suit and tie. He's nice, polite, he'll catch you by surprise. A smile so bright, he's a devil in disguise.
If the sirens wake, if the sirens awake, just tie me up. I don't wanna escape, no, but I'll do anything for love. The way you sung my name, Seraphim, my serenade, yeah. You better pray that I won't die. Don't let me drown tonight. I don't wanna drown tonight, not fair. You get to taste the waters. I can feel your voice ignite the air. So much for moving onward. Backtrack, whiplash, I'm wounded. The sting of salt water in my veins. I try to fight the movement. This push and pull is hard to break. It's tough for us to talk. I know I seem so distant. The ocean I could cross in an instant. The smile behind your fangs, the hunger in your kisses. I thought that I would drown, but I'm swimming. If the sirens wake, if the sirens awake, just tie me up. I don't wanna escape, no, but I'll do anything for love. The way you sung my name, Seraphim, my serenade, yeah. You better pray that I won't die. Don't let me drown tonight. Don't let me drown tonight. Don't let me drown tonight. You're good at making me want you. No, even though I shouldn't want to. You should know that deep down I'm building up myself. Rebound cause I cannot face it. We aren't good for each other's health, but I think I can erase it. Lying in your arms, knowing I should probably go. You said I know we'll make it out, but darling, we were meant to break this. Now I'm back into this town, I cannot even explain it, no. If the sirens wake, if the sirens awake, just tie me up. I don't wanna escape, no, but I'll do anything for love. The way you sung my name, Seraphim, my serenade, yeah. You better pray that I won't die. Don't let me drown tonight. Don't let me drown tonight. Don't let me drown tonight. All I know is uphill battles I travel. I'm no hired gun. I used to be cracked like marble. Now I stand taller, close to the sun. Cause I used to hide in shadows, and now the shadows fight my battles. The journey to the life I promised. Art is my compass, standing on the grave I dug for the shadow I was. Pity hurt worse than the pain, just as how to be cracked like marble. Now I stand taller, close to the sun. Cause I used to hide in shadows, and now the shadows fight my battles. A journey to the light, I promise. Art is my compass, standing on the grave I dug for the shadow I was. Got a shadow on myself tucked under the bed, but they wanted to chalk outline instead. So now I'm levels past my best. I know that the code that I cracked, just drop in the bucket. Got the strings off the puppet. Water serpent I slayed, keep the flame when I cut it. Got the power I covet, through the tables I love it. Had to reach each peak to see above it. All I know is uphill battles, I travel, I'm no higher gun. I used to be cracked like marble, now I stand taller, close to the sun. Cause I used to hide in shadows, and now the shadows fight my battles. A journey to the light, I promise. Art is my compass, standing on the grave I dug for the shadow I was. Shadow I was.
He works a 9 to 5, then goes out with his friends on Friday night, then repeats it all again. But he's doing fine, financially stable, with a decent life. But deep inside, he's always wanting more, but too afraid to open up that door. He's 21, but he knows life is short, and being poor is better than having regrets. So he takes all the money that he has to try and live a dream that he had. All his friends start to think he's gone mad, but he's all in and never looking back. She's living dime to dime. She works all week, Monday to Sunday night, hoping one day that her kids will thrive and never make the same mistakes that she made in life.
There's just one more thing I
She
have to open.
always wanted more, but 3 kids held her down to the floor. Her husband left and now she knows for sure her decisions were poor, but she won't live with regrets. So she takes all the money that she has, hoping that she'll raise her children better than that. Oh, she can't live the dreams that she had, but she's all in and never looking back. And where she ends up, oh, we don't know. Will she ever reach her goal?
I'm good, I'm good. Just about. I suppose we can transition. Yeah, Nurgle decides to always smite me around going back to school time. I don't know why I always get sick when school starts up. Okay, we're good. I thought I saw something. Okay. So we're going to do 3 videos, and then we're going to play Garden of Peak. I don't know how long the games are, so I hear at least up until like 4, they're roughly like 2 or 3 hour long experiences. So we might be able to get like 2 done, maybe. Depends. We'll see. Because I am very tired. So we're at least getting Garden of Bad 1 done. We'll start the Peak. I have all of them. So except 5. I think is 5 the one that doesn't exist? That's like in limbo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, 5. I do not know what's wrong with 5. They just never released it. But we have a baseball video from Big Boss. We have another VShojo video. And then we have why self-checkout kind of. So Let me move my model a little bit, actually. There we go. Just adjust it. Yeah, if I get a coughing fit, I'll just mute myself. So if you see my model's head just turn to the right, and then you like nothing's coming out, I'm coughing my lungs up. It's fine though. I have Monster Energy Zero Ultra, so that'll cure my illness. It's fucking not aphrodisiac. What is it? Ambrosia. That's the nectar of the gods. Anyway, remember recording YouTube slap. So, wait. Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1. So I've been getting really into watching Big Boss. Actually, hold on, we'll start that again. Just to give myself a gap for editing purposes. Also, my model is tweaking. Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of that. My brain's just gonna be blanking this entire day. So that'll be fun. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Start. So I've been getting into Big Boss lately because let's be honest, Internet Historian just doesn't upload fast enough. So I need content. And I've watched most of his videos, but there's two that I decided to keep. The baseball battle royale, and there's one about a politician that I'll watch a later date. I don't know much about baseball, admittedly. It's not really a thing in Ireland. The closest thing we have to it would be like hurling, and that's only close because they both use like sticks. We use a hurley. We use a hurley. Yeah, they are usually made of ash wood, from my understanding. And yeah, there's just imagine a hockey stick basically, but it's thicker at the end, or it's wider, I should say. It's mostly thicker. I don't know if it's thicker. I imagine they're about the same. It's like hockey, but it's on grass and it's with a little ball instead of a puck. Schlitter, I think it's called. Schlitter? Yeah. Like a little tennis ball, except it's really hard. Like that thing is fucking solid. And yeah, it's kind of like hockey but with a tennis ball. That's the closest thing we have to baseball here. So I don't know much about it, but I do know a lot about battle royales. So I think that crosses the bridge. Great year, wasn't born yet. For fuck's sake. The one thing.
Cleveland at this
Yeah, okay, I have to do all that again. Fantastic. Because it wasn't fucking recording audio from it. This is going to be a long day. So, I've been watching a lot of Big Boss lately because Internet Historian, let's be honest, he makes really good content, but he just doesn't upload. There's a lot of YouTubers like that, sadly. I mean, I know he has a second channel, but it's not the same. So we're going to watch Big Boss talk about baseball. I don't know shit about baseball, but I know a lot about battle royales. Also, if I sound like it's 14-year-olds being strangled to death, I'm sick. Nurgle smited me today. Actually, the last 4 days. But we're going to ignore that and we're going to power on.
1974,
Fantastic year. I wasn't born yet. That's why it was great.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh,
And as discussed before on this channel, Cleveland at this point is a hub of investment and growth.
I bet, yeah.
Yes,
I
their
only
river
know of Cleveland because of Family Guy.
has been catching fire regularly.
Sign of good economy, bro.
Over 13 times by now.
There's so much money, it's just lighting on fire.
Yes, jobs are being lost en masse due to deindustrialization. But don't mind any of that.
Not
Cleveland's
important.
baseball team has big plans.
Oh,
See, beyond the horrific pollution and local economic depression,
just looks like any capital city.
something even worse was happening. Cleveland's baseball sales were going down.
No! Is baseball big in America? Like, I know it's big, but, like, is it, like, one of your top earners?
That was it. Something had to be done.
Like, I was just in Fallout 4.
The Cleveland Indians baseball organizers gather round. Gentlemen, sales have been in the gutter these last few seasons.
Womp
We
womp.
need more people coming through those doors.
Is it low because of lack of skill? Or because it's just boring? Well, I suppose it's the same thing.
It's then that someone has a brilliant idea.
Heroin. We sell heroin at the games. Sales will
A
go.
baseball game where alcoholic beverages are
I
stupidly cheap.
was close.
Now, Cleveland had run a similar promotion before in 1971, and it had gone very smoothly. So naturally, this time would be buttery smooth again.
Yeah, or don't they drive up the price a lot? Like a beer to them, like to the organizer of the event, might be worth, I don't know, say a cup is like 50 cents, but they sell it for like $15 or some shit.
Now, the average price for a beer in
Oh,
1974 is about 65 cents.
For the person or for the company?
That's equivalent to around $3.57.
So for the company. Because like a pint is, well, I don't know how, well, I'm assuming it's a pint he's showing is, I mean, obviously it varies, but, and I don't drink, this is going off of like memory from other people. Anywhere from like 9 to 13.50.
Cents in
Obviously depends on the drink as well.
2022. This game's beer would cost just 10 cents. That's equivalent to about 50 cents in 2022. Keep in mind that the cheapest tickets to the game were about $50 back then.
Did they increase the price of the ticket to make up for the low beer cost?
You've got a ticket and 5 beers for just $1. Not bad. But hold on. We can't let people go overboard,
You got a limit? You got a hard cap?
right? How about we add a limit of 6 beers per purchase? Yep, that's good enough.
So what is it? Okay, I think I already see the problem. What's stopping me from buying 6 beers, drinking them all, and then coming back 5 minutes later, buying another 6?
Was genius. A baseball game where beers cost 10 cents. What should we call it? Hold on. I think I've got it.
He's bald, so he knows.
It's
Headset. I mean, to be fair, it gets the point across.
perfect. And with that, the planning of 10-cent beer night goes underway.
Fucking poster.
But before we move on, Raid. Shadow Legend.
Usually I would watch ads, but not Raid. I don't like watching gotcha ads unless it's Battle Cats, which they don't really do ads.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Sorry, Big Boss.
Now pick up the phone and download the game.
It's a nice knife. Is it stylized? It's like
June the
Borderlands.
4th, 1974. Cleveland Baseball Stadium.
I was going to
After-
say it's Independence Day. That's not Independence Day.
Weeks of
It
comprehensive
took a second for that to click.
planning. 10-cent beer night was ready to go. The Cleveland Indians and the
I
Tech-
hope you have actual like not tens of thousands of liters of beer. If it's a pint that's 10 cents, that thing is like 660 mils, isn't it? You're going to need a lot.
Texas Rangers are in town and getting set to play each other later that evening. The beer trucks are coming in and loading up. So far, things are looking grand. There are also record numbers of people coming in.
I bet,
The
yeah.
average turnout for games last season had been a few thousand, but tonight, over
Full.
25,000 people had rocked up. That was over twice the amount they were expecting. Wow. The plan was working perfectly.
I guarantee you the second they said that to like the guy who was in charge of the amount of beer, it's like, oh yeah, we expected 12,000, there's 25. He's just in the back like, oh, fuck. Ho 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 ho. I would have immediately just started fucking running.
But there is a little other thing brewing.
Oh,
See, the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians actually have a little bit of history. Just a week earlier, both teams had played each other down in Texas,
all right.
and things got heated.
Okay.
The game had mostly been going smoothly. That was until both teams' benches emptied out for an all-out brawl mid-game.
I think I should watch baseball.
It didn't take long for fans to get
For
involved,
fuck's sake.
and Indians players are barraged by food and beer from Rangers fans on their way back to their benches. Cleveland's pitcher has to actually be physically restrained from climbing into the stands and fighting the fans. Also, at this point, Texas is being managed by a guy called Billy Martin.
Okay.
About Billy Martin, he drinks. A lot. Openly boasts about cheating to the teams he's playing against.
Oh,
And throughout his career was hired and fired from the New York Yankees about 5 separate
nice
times.
low kick.
One of those times for punching a marshmallow salesman in the face.
A march
also-
that. What?
Fought his own best player in the benches during a game.
Good idea. Optimal play.
And even broke his pitcher's rib after having about 4 fights with him in a hotel. This was one night after almost having a fight with a groom celebrating his wedding night.
Why? Who's
It was fair to say
Just a random
the man
groom?
was no stranger to a fight. And this guy was
Hey,
the manager
at
of
least
the
he was
Texas
trained.
Rangers for 10-cent beer night. It also turns out that he'd been having a jab at the Indians to the press,
Oh, Jesus
telling
Christ.
a reporter there wouldn't be enough fans at Cleveland Stadium to worry about. Cleveland's sports radio host spends the entire week amping up Cleveland's fans about it. Then there was the weekly paper's
Aw.
cartoon of the Indians' mascot, Chief Wahoo, who's holding up boxing gloves,
Oh,
saying,
Jesus
"Be ready for
Christ.
anything" about their next game. And tonight was
Were
the
they
night
giving boxing
Cleveland
gloves and
Texas
knives at the doors? But yeah. Okay, yeah.
would finally play again. The only difference? 10 times the fans and 10 cents a beer.
That sounds infinitely more entertaining.
All that combined with a local economy of laid-off factory workers and 10
Who
cent
are
beer
probably pissed off because they've been like, okay, yeah, I
Tonight's
see. I
atmosphere
see how
was a
this could
bit
go wrong.
uneasy. But nonetheless, the game begins and players start batting. The Rangers take the lead early on after their Tom
Alright.
Greaves scores a home run in the second inning.
Good for
An
him.
inning basically being a round of play. Now,
Thank you for explaining that.
unsurprisingly, the crowd at
I
this
know
point
fucking
is
clue what you
already
were
absolutely hammered. And
They're
things are
one round in and they're already wasted. Okay, fair.
beginning to degenerate fast.
They're not Europeans. They would have that. They would have that dog in them.
After the home
We're
run,
all natural
a
born
middle-aged
alcoholics.
woman decides to run onto the field.
Amazing.
Okay, not too crazy. Wait, hold on. Is she flashing the crowd? My
Fantastic.
God. She also runs up to the head umpire and tries
Throws
to
a
kiss
dig.
him.
Oh,
He says he's not in the kissing mood. She's eventually
Based.
removed, and the game continues. In the fourth inning, Texas's Tom Greaves hits his second home run of the game, and fans celebrate. It's at this moment that a man sprints into the field and slides into second base. He's
okay.
also naked. By the way, the ground around a base is made of an almost gravel-like material, so this probably
Imagine the
hurts.
friction on his
A lot.
nuts.
Security tries to catch him, but he slips away into the crowd, never to be seen again. Inning 5.
How do you
man and
lose
his-
someone who's completely naked?
Son run onto the field and moon the crowd. It's also around this point that a Cleveland batter hits a line drive straight into the Texas pitcher's stomach, sending him to the ground.
Oh,
Cleveland
okay.
fans in the upper stadium begin chanting, "Hit him
At
again,
this point, are they doing it intentionally?
hit him harder." The organisers are sat down, watching this unfold live.
And they're just like,
This is
this is peak cinema, boys. I am slightly worried, though.
going swimmingly. However, it's at this point that someone bursts into the room. Gentlemen, a problem. The increasingly incredibly volatile and agitated crowd? No,
We ran out of
We
beer.
can't serve these beers
Yeah, okay.
fast enough.
Oh, fast
See,
enough. You have enough
early
beer.
on, the demand for beer was so great that Cleveland staff couldn't actually haul the beers out of the trucks quick enough, resulting in very large, very angry queues. Hold on.
Yeah, you
What
have
if
to
we line
imagine
the
as well a
truck-
lot of those people are already drunk.
Behind the outfield fence and sell the beers straight from the back of the trucks.
Uh,
Genius. And beer trucks rock up to the fences and start pouring. Now back to the game.
is that a good idea?
And the atmosphere is currently changing. See, it's 1974, and for some reason, In 1974, it's fairly common practice to bring firecrackers to games.
Oh! Oh, nothing can go wrong here.
10 Cent Beer Night was no exception. A ton of fans had bought them, and by God were they using them. And hundreds
does
are
that
set
mean?
off in and around the stadium.
Are they, okay.
This results in a ton
I
of
thought he
smoke.
was going to say they're just throwing it at each other.
That, coupled with people in the crowd banging literal war drums, gives the game an atmosphere more akin
What
to
the
a
fuck?
battlefield than a baseball game.
Bro, baseball seems
But
amazing.
alas, the game goes on. And back on the field, Texas's Mike Hargrove is being pelted with hot dogs and spit. He's also almost hit with a gallon jug of wine.
Of course.
Firecrackers are now also being thrown into Texas's warm-up area, and the team members inside have to be evacuated immediately. Regardless of all of this, Texas is doing well, and currently 5-1 up. Now at this point, monumental
They start
amounts of
locking
beer
in.
and debris are being thrown onto the field. Announcers ask fans to try and keep the field clean.
Oi! Would you stupid fuck stop throwing beer and firecrackers? You can fight all you want, but stop throwing fucking explosives.
A tidal wave of beers are thrown in immediately
Of
after.
course, yeah.
An army of stewards are instantly deployed to clean it up. Meanwhile, in the outfield, fans have now actually thrown the tables separating them and the beers away, and
okay.
are currently in the process of pillaging them. The bar staff also only consists of 2 teenage girls per truck,
That
and unsurprisingly, they're
smart.
now deciding it's probably time to leave. 10 Cent
Yeah.
Beer Night just got a 10-cent discount. The hordes rampage the trucks like wolves. But back on the field, and the onslaught continues. Texas players are being battered with beers, empty cups, rocks, bottles, batteries for some reason,
What?
and more hot dogs. One player reckons he's hit with around 20 pounds of hot dogs. That's about the weight of a bike or a sledgehammer.
Who? What? Okay.
Organisers are sat nervously, still watching this all unfold. Fans on third base are now actively deconstructing the padding of the stadium wall. They actually almost get it off and up into the seats. However, the army of stewards abandon their trash job and stop them, spending the remainder of the game making
the
sure
glorified
the rules
feds.
kept intact. The crowds were now also bolder. Tons of them run onto the field, throw their clothes off, and start running around.
Why is every...
Packs of fans are scurrying across the outfield more and more frequently. Streakers are everywhere. The 7th inning of the game commences, and most families
How
and
many
those
cops
that
were
had
this
remained
inning?
sober had looked around and decided it was probably time to leave, leaving
Pussies.
only a mass of belligerent drunks left. The 9th inning, the game's final one, and Cleveland Indians had actually managed to rally back, tying the game 5-5.
Ooh.
Indians player Rusty Torres hits the ball and starts running. He gets to second base.
Good for him.
The game-winning run
I
is
don't know
now
how many
in
bases
his
there are,
reach.
but...
However, this is when things at 10 Cent Beer Night hits critical mass.
Why? What happened?
It's near the end of the final inning, and Rusty Torres is staring down the barrel of a potential win for the Cleveland Indians.
Does a
However,
fan jump him?
a 19-year-old in the crowd has a very different idea.
Yeah.
He decides to make a run on field and grab Texas outfielder Jeff Burrows' cap. Burrows confronts the fan, but trips and falls. Now, from the Texas bench's perspective in the dugout, it looked like the fan had attacked Burrows.
So
Billy
they just
Martin
start beating
is
the
livid.
shit out of each other.
He's quoted as saying, "Boys, let's go get him," before grabbing a bat and literally
Oh.
charging the field.
Okay.
All of his players behind him also wielding
To each
bats.
their own, I
On the
suppose.
field, they find Burrows unharmed, but their charge had started something ungodly. Now gone from the field were the goofy streakers and silly pitch invaders, and something morbid was replacing them. An army of
Porn.
fans had crafted knives,
Blood for the
chains,
blood god.
clubs, and other weapons from the stadium's seats, fences, and other general infrastructure,
Did no one call
and
the
were now
feds?
storming the field with them. It was clear. The battle royale had begun. Where we dropping, boys? Hordes of fans descend upon the field at breakneck speed
I mean, it's not really a battle royale because they're starting with preloaded kits, but like, okay.
and began looting. Beers? Delicious. Bases?
Okay, so beer is the chug jug. Bases are your mats.
Take 'em. Stadium debris? Nice.
What would debris be? Your bullets?
While a large
So
number
all they're
of
missing
armed
is a
fans
proper
storm the
weapon.
field,
Although I
others
guess
stay
they
back
came
and
into the
continue
match
air
with a weapon.
support by hurling bottles from the stands.
Grenades.
And before long, there were 200 plus fans on field wielding
Oh.
Mad Max style DIY
I mean, to be
weaponry.
fair, from this photo, assuming it's the actual event, it seems that at least the further you are on the outskirts, the less violence is happening. But I mean, here it looks like something is happening, but I can't exactly make out what, especially here.
Surrounding the 25 Rangers, with more fans dropping in constantly. The organisers are now sweating heavily. If we don't do something here, boys, things might start to get out of hand.
They might come for us.
We'll get security on it. Wait, hold on.
Security probably left.
We only hired 50 of them. Dear God. The stadium's organist steps in.
It's like the special enemy in a battle royale that has like a mythic. It's just a Fortnite mini boss with a mythic gun. You upgrade from like a metal rod to an actual police baton, or like a Glock. You know, it's the mythic item drop, bro.
It's alright, lads. I've got this.
High risk, high
And
reward.
he starts playing Take Me Out to the ball game. Back on the field, Cleveland's manager now realises that the Texas Rangers are in serious trouble. He and his own men also grab their
Oh,
bats
they arm up. Okay.
and go in, literally attacking their own fans in the process. Rioters begin throwing steel chairs at players, and Cleveland pitcher Tom Hilgendorf is hit in the head.
Is he okay?
The umpire is also hit on the head. He ends the game by forfeiting it to Texas and runs away.
Oh, you pussy.
It was clear, the situation is becoming bad. So managers try to get their teams back to the benches and out of the stadium. However, on his way back to the benches, Texas's Mike Hargrove gets into a fist fight with a fan. By the way,
What?
the game's announcers are calling all of this out in real time. Tom Hilgendorf has been hit on the head. Hilgi is in definite pain. Hargrove has got some kid on the ground and he is really administering a beating.
You
Hargrove
know what? They're just in it for the love of sport. They don't give a fuck.
eventually gets the fan down, but is almost immediately hit by another one.
They're the only true neutral
However,
party.
the sight of the players swinging bats at the rioters starts to lower the rioters' morale, and they back off a bit. Seeing this, benched players form a rear guard,
Well, yeah, it went from
and
like
players take advantage
lefts
of
and
what
rights
might
from
be their
alcoholics
only
to actual
opportunity
getting
to
the
get
shit
out.
beaten out of you with a baseball
Both
bat.
teams beeline to the benches and through the tunnels. They'd made it,
Yo,
leaving
they
a
got
violent
distracted.
mob of baseball fans alone on the field. In the midst of all of this carnage, a local sports writer is out on the field, attempting to interview people. He approaches
What?
multiple fans, but eventually gives up after getting punched in the face twice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright boys, Take Me Out to the ball game clearly isn't working, and we
Ah,
have essentially no
who could have guessed?
security here. There's only one option left. And the riot is eventually quelled by Cleveland's own SWAT team.
Why did they wait so long to release the dogs?
And so, after thousands of dollars of damage, casualties left, right and centre, and a literal battle royale
Yeah, but
breaking out
who got the
mid-game,
victory though?
10-cent beer night had come to an end. Of the hundreds of rioters in the field, only 9 arrests were made. Throughout the night, 60,000 beers consumed, 19 streakers, an unquantifiable amount of damage to the stadium, and by the end of it, every single base
Was stolen.
They
Good.
were never returned. It had been nothing
Well, yeah,
short
because if you return, that'd be a massive self-report.
of an absolute travesty.
I couldn't imagine doing something more stupid than
There would be
returning
another
something you stole.
10-cent beer night held a month later.
Oh. Okay. Would oh. Okay. I'm going to assume that no fisticuffs were thrown at that one. Or maybe there were. Maybe this time it was even better and like people brought in their own like makeshift doodads. Interesting. Maybe I should watch baseball. Maybe I should go to a baseball game and just see. Interesting. Anyway, Big Boss, as usual, pure fucking peak. Go check him out. He has a lot of videos in this fashion, so and they're all pretty fucking good. So yeah, see you all next time. Cool. Holy shit, bro. My right nostril is just blocked. Oh. V Shoujo is an even more shit. Is anyone surprised at this point? I mean, really. All they seem to do is keep digging themselves a bigger and bigger hole. Someone's got to come and take the fucking shovel away from them. But I don't think anyone's going to do that, because I'm going to be honest. It's kind of fucking funny watching how much they keep exposing themselves and keep putting themselves in more trouble. But Legal Mindset's talking about it. Obviously, he knows significantly more about this than me. So we're going to hear what he has to say on it.
So here we go.
Handsome
This
man.
all comes down from a post by MTD over here.
Mountain Dew, yeah.
Mutendo.
Which, by the way, I have never heard a single person say anything positive about this guy. Ever. So
Right?
do
Who
what
is
you
a
will with that.
former executive C-suite level with Fishojo. And what is glorious
Yeah, and
about
as you
this
can see
is-
by the community note, he is known for doing some, you will say, interesting activities.
this is hit with a community note.
If I ever get hit with a community note, I'm just going to delete my Twitter. I could not imagine anything worse than getting community noted.
Almost immediately. Now, in this community note reads, Mutendo actively harassed and defamed talents during his time at Fishojo and after. He fails to address this important issue in the document or the
Why
fact
would
that
he?
deleted tweets claiming ignorance of their internal issues.
If he addressed that he couldn't do his job, he's admitting that he fucked up. I don't know from like a legal perspective, but like, it would be really bad if he admitted that he fucked up. I'm assuming if he said like, oh yeah, my bad, that could actually have some legal implications. So I'm just assuming. I don't know.
So this is
It's like if you're in a car crash and you say I'm sorry, you have implicated yourself legally as in you're saying it's your fault. It's the like one thing you should never say if you're in a car crash. I'm sorry. Especially if it's not your fault.
Here is the document, the Google
I
Doc.
would be honest, I
Right.
didn't read it because every other fucking day on Twitter I see a Google Doc and I'm just so sick of them.
Time if Fishojo. I'm going to be reading this, and I will stop. I will comment. So he
Something
starts
tells
with,
me you're gonna
"Hail,
stop on
before we
every
get
2
started, I just
sentences.
want to take the chance to thank all of my friends, former talent, former staff, and other streamers in the industry that I've been in communication with who know myself and my role within the company.
That's
You've
great.
all been wonderful through this tough time. I also want to thank the many, many people within the community who have been supportive throughout this time and have stood with me while this gets sorted.
Who stood with you? Other than like maybe what's his name? The CEO. I almost said Shotgun Raids. He's not even remotely related to this. He's a fucking Minecraft YouTuber. I'm blanking on his name, but like maybe him? Like the Japanese CEO? Other than that though, I can't think of anyone who would actually be on your side.
I've spent the following month gathering countless documents and what I had access to in order to have clear, concise records of my involvement with the company and provided a small
Good
fraction-
idea, by the way. In most circumstances, not publishing something immediately, kind of for the sake of publishing something and just being on it, actually collecting all the receipts and everything to kind of prove you're right. Now, from what I have heard, he didn't prove he was right. In fact, he actually made himself look worse in the process. Kind of like Cinder's doc, if you remember that one. It just made her look worse in the process. You know? Like, if you're at fault and you've done something really bad, I would not post a doc at all. I would just be like, yeah, I did that. My bad, guys. You know, like...
below. Transparency and misrepresentation. There was once a time where I was extremely proud about what I helped build initially.
Okay, why
There
did
was
it
a lot of
change?
hard work and planning involved, and I took a lot of pride in my role for launching the company. But now I simply feel misled, disappointed, and betrayed. The fact is that this
Misled by who? Who disappointed you? Who misled you? I'm interested.
happened. This
Let me guess, it was all the talent's fault. It was Vebe and it was Nyanners. It was... Fuck me, I hate the way I say that with my sickness. Nyanners, holy shit. But I guarantee you it was them. They're the evil ones.
this had happened at all is troubling to say the least, and I feel deeply sorry for those affected by it. If anyone affected
do when
needs
you're fucked.
testimony, evidence, or other material assistance with actions against the shoujo, I am more than willing to do what I can to assist. I may have documentation or records relevant to case. I'm happy to see what I have. We need to call him on this. we need to call him on this because
What do you mean?
this is not all the information. And he needs
Oh,
to
well,
give over.
obviously,
If he
yeah.
really wants to clear his name, drop the documents.
Also,
Drop-
by the way, I guarantee you all the girls have more than enough evidence. I guarantee you within like a month of being in the company, they all kind of started to... Because they're... Say what you want about them, right? They're all pretty fucking smart. So I guarantee you, within a very short amount of time, they started being a bit like suspect of everything. So they started screenshotting everything.
drop all the documents.
So I could guarantee you all of them, maybe with the exception of one or two. Not in particular, just, you know, because there's always one. But I guarantee you all of them have more than enough evidence to show that he showed you fuck them.
You have. If MTD wants to clear his name, he needs to drop it all. All of the conversations with Gunrun.
He won't.
Not the clips.
Ever. Gunrun, that's his
Right?
name.
Now you can censor out confidential information, so people's personal information, stuff like that. It
Yeah,
needs
of
to be
course.
all out. That all needs to be dropped. I have also considered, saying right here, taking my own shareholder action against a company, which I won't rule out. Well, there you go.
Good for
I am
you,
also
I guess.
have to consider action against those that have engaged in defamation, although I'm hopefully they can resolve it privately. And then this is good. This is good. I think that you should reach out. And if you feel like somebody is defaming you, this is actually smart. So I'm going to give him some credit on this. If you
I don't know anyone who defamed him. Everyone else just called him an asshole. But it's not, you can't sue for defamation for being called an asshole. Yeah, I can't think of anyone.
feel like somebody is defaming you, you should reach out to them and
Yeah.
you should try to resolve it amicably because defamation lawsuits are difficult and they're hard. That being
Yeah, I'm not super familiar, but from what I've heard, defamation lawsuits are notoriously difficult. Because it's one of those things that's really difficult to prove. Because you have to prove, from my understanding, you have to prove damages. So it's like, how do you prove that you lost someone money? As in, like, if I... Sometimes it's really obvious. Like, if I went, just say Mountain Dew here, and I just said that, like, oh, he was a rapist, and you shouldn't interact with him, and then in the next, like, week after me saying that he lost, like, half his fans, it would be kind of like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But usually it's not as clear-cut as that. I will be back in 1 second. Hold on. Give you some tunes. I need to go to the bathroom. Hold on.
rackets. Learn to live, know how to die. Through the noise, through the voice, see the pattern. Stand up or stand aside. Never bleed, seven deep like a Chris knife. Feel the ancients abdicate. Steady blade penetrate through the shield side. Can't guard 1,000 gates. Out of my house, I'm born Atreides. They betrayed me, see your fate. The prophet speaks and they obey me. A barren land, but it's no waste. Buried lies in sacred waters. Carry steel with boneless wine. I will raise your sons and daughters. See you dead in ocean eyes. I'm searing my lungs with desert sun. I'll fight for the dead alone. Desiccate in a flame like a racket. Learn to live, know how to die. Through the noise, through the voice, see the pattern. Stand up or stand aside. Never bleed, seven deep like a Chris knife. Feel the ancients abdicate. Steady blade penetrate through the shield side. Can't guard 1,000 gates. Yeah, sweat be drip down in the steel suit. We drink water from the flame. What I live through might just kill you. Here to watch your power fade.
I was never
Stronger than normal. I did get kind of a brain blast though when I was in the bathroom. Does Spotify have the Lego Batman song? The I'm Batman, I'm awesome. Is this it? No, where is it? This is it on YouTube. Hush.
As long as you're in the Phantom
Hold
Zone,
on.
I'll be saving Gotham City. And that's all that matters to me. Goodbye, Joker.
What are you doing?
I'm Batman-ing.
I'm Batman, I'm awesome. I got a 9-pack, I'm awesome. I'm Batman, I'm awesome. I got a 9-pack, I'm awesome.
Oh, you said this is a real song.
Batman-ing.
I'm Batman, I'm awesome. Got a 9-pack, I'm awesome, awesome. I'm Batman, I'm awesome.
Wait, is
I
it
got a
actually on?
9-pack, I'm awesome.
Hold on. Is it actually? They should. Oh, I might download it and then upload it to Spotify myself. Because I need peak like this. Anyway. Alright, we're good.
never made aware that company talents were intermingled with the company's operating expenses. You know why he underlined this, guys? You know why he underlined this?
I would have guessed it's something legal. I actually don't know. My brain isn't working at 100% capacity right now.
This is a legal conclusion
Okay, fair. Yeah.
that would lead to the piercing of the corporate veil and his personal liability. So, whether it's true or not, he said that because that was a legal. This is a legal statement. I'm not even sure if he knows it's a legal statement.
He was probably advised to say that.
Any budget that was used
Maybe
for
they have a real lawyer now. Huh.
marketing was a direct result of being. Well, hold on. Okay, he still hasn't. He didn't do this right. He didn't explain what his position was. Because let's go down. He screwed this up. So he says he had two titles here of CTO.
Does it matter when he says it though? Just out of curiosity, or is this more of like to make it more, make it easier to understand?
And CMO. Okay, so Chief Technology Officer and Chief Marketing Officer. So when he
okay.
says here about any budget used for marketing was a direct result of being asked for an amount and either being approved or denied. I had extremely limited financial access, only small marketing approvals, never broader accounts or operations. I have evidence of this from third parties that I work for with marketing media, and that's fine. He's going to be deposed on
Is this the guy that decided to spend what was it, hundreds of thousands on the fucking ads in the Japanese metro system? Was that this guy? This
I've never
genius?
had access to bank accounts nor was made aware in meetings about the way the finances are being made. Well, I guess he had a charge card or something. So this is interesting. So how would I guess he would just charge? He would just get an invoice and pass it along to get paid. But usually, typically, the marketing director or this chief marketing officer would have like a charge card or
Yeah.
some way to get stuff to pay for stuff.
So he could
So
actually
he-
like operate on his own without basically having to go to the CEO every time and be like, Mom, I need some money.
Probably had some way to pay, but he may not have had access to like how much money was in the bank account.
Yeah, I imagine what he means is he has a card. Like yes, he says a charge card, but he wasn't able to actually view like the exact like what was in the account. He was just able to spend the money in it, but he wasn't able to actually like look at it.
Sure. What I've been made aware of is that the company was running out of money and needed another round of investment to continue operations, so they were operating on loans. As far as my understanding, the only individuals who had access to
How do you fuck up that badly? Based on what I've heard, I'm assuming they were taking roughly 50%. It might have been 40 for some people. I don't know. From like the top, like the creme de la creme of like VTubers. How do you lose money when you had such a star-studded cast of people? Like, okay, I'm talking out my ass here, but all of them always every time I check, they always have at least 5k subs, typically in the 10k sub range, and that's not even counting donos or bits or anything. And they took it. It's been said that they take money from sponsorships as well. How do you have that much money flowing in and still work in a deficit? What were you spending money on?
company bank
Please
accounts for
tell
the
me.
CEO,
I'm
the
so
COO, and the
curious.
finance department, as far as he knows. And that might be true.
Also, like, it's not even like you have to pay for equipment for new talent or anything, or train them. They're all already trained. They all have the equipment. They all have a mod. Like they're already made. Just on paper, all you're doing is giving them some more connections and making their life a little easier. So, like, it's, I guess, like hiring and training staff, but surely you don't need that many staff either. So, like,
But what this means is the entire finance department, the COO, and the CEO are on the line. So yes, it's not just Gun Run. It's not just Gun Run, but at a minimum, it's the COO and
probably
probably the
every
entire
higher
finance
up.
department, if not at least the head. Okay, let's continue down. So, he was at CTO and CMO. So I oftentimes will say C-suite level. So C-suite
anything
level.
with a C in front, I imagine. So yeah, CEO, CMO, CTO, CFO, COO. I imagine
What
just
that
all of
means
them.
is you are a chief.
Yeah.
Typically in a corporation at that level, everybody talks to each other about stuff.
They have to. Yeah.
Now, are there exceptions? Yes. But the default is that
Because
these
if they don't, the company will just fucking fall apart.
people are typically talking to each other. And typically there's gossip that will get around or word that will get around, etc. So the thing is, if he was at the C-suite level, it's hard to believe he really didn't really know anything or have a feeling that something was going to happen. Now, maybe he didn't know all the details, maybe, but at that level, it's hard not to know.
Bro, maybe he was just a fucking idiot. Maybe that's the card he's trying to pull.
It's hard not to know. So that's when I say
By
C-suite.
the way, that doesn't work in Gordon. I just say, I'm a fucking moron. My man. It doesn't work.
I mean, the CEO, the CTO, and CMO. He was not the CEO, to be fair. And I have never said he was the CEO. Right.
No one has.
The change in position was due to an internal company pivot in which the directors of the company assigned the role of CTO to another staff member and subsequently assigned myself to CMO.
Okay.
I have assigned these titles, but recently discovered it's not entirely clear if these titles were legally or formally recognized. They don't really have to be. They weren't publicly traded, so that you really don't need to acknowledge who your CTO is. You do need to acknowledge your board of
Your
directors,
CEO.
but that's a separate body. And by the way, your officers don't need to be the only people sitting on the board of directors. You can actually get outside people to sit on your board of directors. Okay. In terms of a seniority, I was not on the board of directors despite assisting launch a company. I can believe this. Because this is going to be easy to find if it's a lie. So I assume he's not on the board. That's probably true.
Imagine if it was a lie, though. He's so
I
funny.
also note at this time the entire company was remote and no in-person office. So what he's trying to say,
So you weren't spending money on rent. I need an itemized checklist. I need this as soon as possible. I am dying to see where the money was going. I hope it's something super fucking stupid and it's just like number 1 expense, private jet. Number 2, yacht. Number 3, minus 50,000 from talent.
is there was no water cooler talk. From the start, I felt
There probably was water cooler talk. It was just over fucking Discord.
as I was unfairly sidelined in terms of my role and influence. Any criticisms I always held felt like they fell on deaf ears. And as time went, the staff expanded and I felt more and more sidelined. Once again,
Okay.
he should have quit. This is not anything that
Yeah, like
if
that's your own
you feel
problem,
sidelined, you
bro.
should quit or you should speak up or you should do something about it. That's your power in a company. If you don't like it, quit, right? My role in the company more or less began to feel like an employee that just did marketing, other tasks when needed, as opposed to somebody who assisted in getting everything off the ground. That's not good. That's not good, obviously. I feel as if there was not a lot of honesty and
But to
transparency
be honest, I couldn't give less of a fuck about how you felt. I want to know what you did.
about certain happenings within the company. And now I believe that some things I was told were not true.
That's great.
Things such
What
as
were they?
information about talent's behaviors and reasons for their departures was information that's being
Oh, you mean when they lied and said, who was it? It was a group of 3. I think it was Silver, Neanders, and Vey were the 3 that left at not the exact same time, but they left within like the same month or 2 of each other. And apparently, I don't know if they ever said this public, but the reason that they said to talents was, oh yeah, they were basically just like money goblins and they wanted us to pay them more, or they wanted more money, but we weren't able to give it to them, so that's why they left. And then it came out like, no, that's not why we fucking left. What are you talking about?
presented to me by the founders. So Gunrun and I guess Daniel.
Who the fuck
This
is that?
directly
What?
influenced my beliefs and feelings about the talent, and I now believe, based on the findings, that the information presented to me was untrue.
That's great.
Okay, well,
What?
there's a
info was
lot of
untrue?
proof that you had back in July that this was untrue. So once again, I do think he's being very favorable to himself here. However, despite the fact
Yeah, he's very much playing the I didn't know anything that was going on. No one was talking to me. Everything I was told was a lie. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just misled, like all the talent. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Don't sue me, please. I beg
being
you.
very favorable to himself, he may not be completely lying, right?
It's probably a bit of both. Like, I could
there are many
definitely see that he was being lied to about some things, but I don't believe that he was. It's possible for someone in your position, to actually know so little.
And pivots that I learned only after they were in motion or were approved by the board. Things such as a pivot to a social media style website service and a full company merger.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Both of which I opposed, are among the few examples where I've notified subsequently to the work beginning. There were times when I was asked to sign documents without adequate time to get them reviewed by an attorney and told they could potentially lead to my removal from the company. I was
So you were under duress while signing contracts? I don't know how it works in the States, but here that's illegal. Like, that's illegal. It's very effective, which is why you can't do it. It's not capacity in the contract. That's about age and like if you're under the influence. Capacity to consent, I think it is the actual that it falls under. Where if you sign a contract while I don't remember the exact like jargon, but it's basically if you sign a contract while being threatened or like under duress, basically, it's not legally binding. So, okay.
told that it was needed for the success of the company.
For your sake, I really hope this is true. Because I feel like that could get you in some hot water if you're saying that basically you were under duress while signing contracts, but you weren't.
With minimal and insufficient details.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, though, and say it's true.
An example being the aforementioned merger above. In the final years of the company, I didn't directly speak to the CEO in a one-on-one capacity, only the COO weekly.
I don't know if that's normal or not.
This was likely due to the fact that I would be extremely critical about decisions made at the company and lack thereof scaling in ways that I believe made sense. The CEO had a habit of putting other staff in front of him when faced with diversity. Well, most people do, right?
Obviously,
Dismissal and aftermath. Here we go. On May 1st, I was called to a Sunday meeting with members of the board, and where I was informed that my alleged position of CMO was being removed from the company, along with 4 other positions, as a cost-cutting measure. Well, that's smart, but it's too late.
You got rid of your finance manager as a cost-cutting measure. I feel like that's one of the last people you'd want to remove.
Right? By then, they already owed money. So here's the problem. They should have cut staff a long time ago.
Way
And
before
I'll
this.
just take these off for a second because I know
He's
don't have too much
locking it.
video. So we'll free the ears. Free the ears. But they should have cut that cost a long time ago. Back in December, back in January, back before. They should have freed those people up and let them go and then got those resources back. So
Everything I've seen just sounds like this entire company was just ran by incompetent idiots. Which isn't shocking. A lot of companies are ran by actual morons.
from May 15, 2025, all of my access to company email was revoked. That's normal. That's standard.
Well,
And
if
I
you're
had to
fired, yes.
ported every server, Slack, and company-related software to move it on to a personal endeavor. Okay. So now in July, he was reaching out to them as he's working on his non-VTuber project. So here's some contact in July where he was legitimately not at the company. And here is some really damning responses from Mutendo. Mutendo says, "Hey, brother, I
Who's
have
he
a little
sent
bit
this
of a
to? The CEO?
request from you. I have a very large forward-facing thing I'm working on this month that is slated for late July, early August.
Okay.
Can you keep me up to date on anything large scale that may be
Well, there is one thing pretty large that's going to happen around this time.
happening at Bishojo around the time, whether good or bad, company dissolution, new members joining, members leaving, company sale, need to have all that ready in case you need to move things around at the time." Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is sent to the CEO. It says it there.
Here's my biggest WTF
Oh my god, he's going PG. He wants the good boy ads.
for Mutendo personally. Listen, bro. Why or how did you know to ask about this? Was it because people told you? Because that
Ooh.
means you had an inkling of what was happening. If in that month, Mutendo is asking, he's asking people,
What mic is he
At
using? That's a
Bishojo.
7B.
and he said he left every company, company group chat, everything else. That means he had information.
Well, he might have left every group chat, but he's probably still in contact one-on-one with some people in the company.
To know
Does happen.
there was something
often
going
enough.
down. Right? You don't ask a very specific question about this.
Yeah, to be fair, that is
Um,
very, on the nose. Like, I have something coming out in a month. Can you tell me if anything happens? Like, if the company dissolves? That's very specific.
Unless
Question.
you had some sort of idea that came from somewhere. He didn't just magically say this. You don't just magically say company dissolution, randomly, oh, hey, buddy, is your company dissolving? So I was told to check in after Anime Expo. So why didn't he show me that? So here's the thing. Why not show the whole conversation? If
Yeah, that... when was this sent? 12:30. I imagine he's going to scroll up again, so I'll
Gunrun
just
told
wait.
him that, I want to see the rest of this.
7:10, 12:30.
This is my
just keep that
questions
in
for
mind.
MTD. I would still check in. Well, where does it say? Show us that. Show us the Carfax on that. What's so secret there? And I was redirected to a staff member that was allegedly hired after my release. I've censored their name as they were a new hire.
Okay.
In typical fashion, someone was put between myself and the CEO for communication when clearly tell me what potentially is going on. This is the final time I had contact with the CEO. Okay, guys,
You
pay
would-
attention. Some legal stuff is happening here.
So he replied 5 days later. Okay.
Hey, MTD, connecting you with somebody. We're going to call him the Doo-Doo here.
Dewey.
We're going to call him Doo-Doo because
Okay, you're gonna-
that's probably his name. With Doo-Doo here.
Call it the
He's
shit.
been taking over for more VSJ leadership things and can keep you better up to speed. So obviously,
You're telling me someone below the CEO is more up to date with the company than the CEO? Okay.
this Doo-Doo guy is going to be culpable here because this is called principal agent theory. So Gunrun designated Doo-Doo to do this work. So now we have
So do the work. Okay,
clearly
that's not going to get irritating.
bulletproof 2 people that are on the hook here, and probably 3 because Sanders is on the hook. So Daniel
Who's
Sanders,
Sanders?
Justin
Oh,
Ignacio, Gun
Daniel,
Run, and
okay.
now Dudu, whatever his real name is. And obviously his real name's going to come out. His information is going to come out.
Obviously,
He's on the line here because he's an agent for Gun Run, who's the CEO at the head of the company. The CEO is always liable, but if you're told to do something and you do it, you're on the hook for that. So he's
I
going to
would
be
love
deposed,
to see the Gun Run's
and
defense
his
in court.
identity is very important.
Please live stream it. Actually, no, I don't think they could. Because assuming the girls are suing him, I imagine they'd have to show up in person. They'll probably give an exception to Iron Mouse just because of her medical condition. But I'd imagine the rest of them would have to show up in person. So they probably wouldn't live stream it for, obvious reasons. But it'd be really funny.
And I know
And it would be infinitely more funny if there was just a bunch of 3D anime girls suing a fucking CEO. Please, I beg
Nintendo
you.
wanted to keep that secret, but I'm telling him right now, this will not be kept secret. That name is going to get out there. We're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
find out who this person is. And regardless of them being a new hire, they
They're still
are
liable.
liable for what they were executing, right? If the Emperor told them to do it, they're on the line, right? Darth Vader is liable for following the orders of the Emperor, right?
Gun runs the Emperor, and shit is Darth Vader. Alright. Interesting.
So Mutendo says,
Good way to explain it, I guess.
so obviously, so once again, this dude guy's on the hook. Hey there. So just doing a check-in if there's going to be any upcoming negative news or the like
Move my
over
monitor
the
a bit,
next
hold on.
30 or so days, so I can prepare in advance as I look to launch a new public-facing project.
That seems way too specific to be like a random question.
Why is he specifically asking? Once again, he's now asked twice. The first time he tried to be vague and say, oh, it could be good or bad. Now
This one
he's
is just very blunt. Yeah, the first one was like, can you tell me if anything happens? Like, I don't know, you dissolve, or you get new members, or you lose members. This one's like, hey, are you going to have any bad shit come out in the next 30 days? Like, that's not just a random question you ask.
specifically asking, is there negative news? He knew. This man knew. Now he may have had rumors come to him, he had people tell him after, but at this point he knew. Right.
What the fuck? I don't... Got a care package of fucking tissue masks that I'm never going to use. Well, I mean, I might use them fucking if I have them. And toothpaste. Okay. Anyway.
He knew. And trying to pretend any other way is a cope. Now, he may not have known while he was working there, but at this point he knew. So he needs
Yeah,
to
for
kind
someone who apparently knew nothing, he seems to know enough to ask the correct questions, if you know what I mean. It's like when you know someone did something, but they won't, like, admit it, so you have to ask questions that can only really be answered in one way, and it's them, like, admitting to it. You know?
of come out and be like, all right, yeah, the talent told me. So here's what he said. I'd say the answer is yes. One way
When
or
was it
another.
7:15? When did all this shit come out again? It was about 3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
There's going to be some negative stuff publicly. I can't say what. Here is a bombshell. You can now connect the dots between Gun Run and Dudu. So everything he is saying is as if it comes out of the mouth of Gunrun. He cannot pass the buck here. He tried to pass the buck, saying he's been taking over VSJ
No, Gunrun didn't say it, therefore it doesn't count.
leadership, but you can't hand over the CEO role without designating another CEO. So Gunrun is trying to be slick here, but Gunrun is not escaping the fact that they knew this was coming.
No, I think he's probably smart. He's just lagging. Like, he should have done this a year ago, you know? He's just playing on really high ping, okay? Just leave him, let him cook.
And here we go. Mouse just posted a thing without any advance notice, so heads up. So trying to say that they wanted to
What? So what? Mouse should have sent you a DM like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm talking about how you stole, what was it, $500,000 from me? Oh, what? She doesn't need to give you an advance. Sad day. Oh my god, you're some fucking dickhead.
control Mouse. This is a huge snitch, guys. This is massive. Well aware for the large amount
Also,
of
she probably did give you advance, just not in a direct manner. You know, like, hey, where's the half? I think it was $500,000, right? Where's the $500,000 for charity? Where'd that go? I don't know. Huh. Okay. Mouse is too nice of a person. If I fucking raised $500,000 for charity the millisecond, I would have been on that shit immediately. And the second I found out it wasn't sent, I would have uploaded that video the fucking millisecond. I wouldn't even upload a video. Actually, no, I wouldn't go live if I had $500,000 stolen from a charity that I was raising money for. Because if you go live after something like that happens, that's a recipe for disaster. You're going to say something you don't mean, or that could imply you legally in some way.
DMs and texts I'm getting. Sad day. No, it's not a sad day. It's a shameful day. Because she did that because you guys lied and cheated and stole for years.
How don't you know you were involved with the company?
Can I get some context here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
As this is the first thing I'm hearing. This is why this is in my thumbnail. This statement here is damning. VShojo owes a lot of money to talents.
A lot of money is putting it lightly. We only know how much you, like, definitively, from my understanding, we only know how much you owe Iron Mouse. God forbid how much you owe the rest of the girls.
I don't know when you were involved with the company, but it's been an ongoing known issue for a year, and the charity payment is related. You probably have more context than me, I suspect, but I'm also not sure where your relationship was with the company and when. VShojo ran out of money some time ago and has been operating with what was supposed to be talent money, hence causing the current situation.
Brother, you couldn't have waterboarded that information out of me.
So they are admitting live in 4D the agent of Gunrun, which is as if Gunrun is speaking. This is like, if you think about...
If I did something this shitty, you would not hear me say it, ever. Unless I was in court. Obviously, that's different. You would not get that info out of me. Especially on Discord, of all places. As I always say, if you're going to do something shady, wipe your DMs. Immediately. If it's something shitty, if you're doing something that could imply you legally, well, first off, don't send it in a fucking DM. But secondly, if you do, wipe it. Make sure there's no fucking evidence of it, or as little evidence as possible.
Catholicism, like the Pope speaking on behalf of God or whatever, right? Not to get too religious on you, right? Whatever, like, you know, somebody who's speaking, who is a designated agent, the speaker for another person, right?
So if I sue the
It is
Pope,
treated
can I sue
legally
God?
like this is Gunrun. Because Gunrun is delegated
Or would I have
principal
to sue
agent. This is
God?
the agent. This is Gunrun saying this.
Could you
this,
file a
this.
lawsuit
Effective.
against God? I feel like some American states are just cooked enough to where you probably could.
Legally. It's the confession. This is why I called this the confession. This is the confession that they knew. I was never made aware of this being an issue from both the CEO and COO. I was aware there were financial issues.
I don't think this is going to hold up in court, by the way. There's a certain term for it, but I can't remember what it is. You can't basically just plead the I was too fucking stupid or I just didn't know to everything. To an extent you can plead it, but like, you didn't know, but you were a C-suite for basically since the company was created, but yet you somehow didn't know a single fucking thing that was happening.
but not outstanding payment, especially for charity. Excuse me. Like I said, I don't know what your relationship is or was or what your role was. They definitely knew what they were doing. They probably they could ask people, they could ask they know what's going on there. That's a lie. But these issues have been ongoing
Yeah,
for
bro, you surely have it on government company record. You could have checked that in like 10 seconds.
most of the past year, as far as I know, since sometime 2024. You'll just have to ask Justin. I've been here 3.5 weeks, so I'm just learning and navigating through this.
I've been there 3.5 weeks. Imagine getting hired in a company and they're like, yeah, you're going to be my fucking meat shield for any lawsuits. You're just going to take all of it.
As best I can.
You could not pay me any amount of money in the world.
Yeah, that's definitely definitely interesting.
Yeah.
But he's responsible, even if he's left with the bag of turd, right? So this guy, Dudu, I feel bad for him because he essentially is a guy who's going to be roped into a whole bunch of stuff, and I bet you he was not paid enough to deal with this. I bet you
Whatever amount they paid him, I guarantee you it wasn't enough. Yeah.
He was not paid enough. And what I would do if I was
Actually,
Dudu,
he probably wasn't paid at all. Let's be honest. Jojo has no money.
if I was Dudu, I would turn on Gun Run right now. That's the person that people need to pinch and leverage right now. Lawyers for Iron Mouse, lawyers out there for the talent. Get this guy. He's the weak link because he knows the dirty laundry, and he probably was screwed over.
And he also couldn't give less of a fuck about anyone in the company, if I had to imagine. If he's there for 3.5 weeks, if this is true, he does not care. He will fold under no pressure. It'll be like, hey, can you tell me about Gun Run? I'll give you like $5 and a hot dog. Oh shit, okay, well hold on. That's more than Vishojo ever paid me.
And he was not paid enough money to deal with this. This guy was not paid enough hush money. So this guy could turn around and whistleblow on a lot of this stuff. Gun Run chose him as a fall guy, yes. So he needs to come forward. He needs to come out. But this is a confession, guys. And it's as if it came from the CEO. This exchange shows when I first became aware of unpaid payments. So once again, obviously, and Mutendo is going to say he didn't know. And you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't know the ins and outs, the exact finances, but he may have known the overall situation.
Well, if he knew that the company was going to dissolve a month before it dissolved, he surely knew to some extent.
Evidence retained. I have retained supporting documentation, including but not limited to meeting transcripts and notes, corporate filings that show only the CEO and board, various contracts, a statement of information listing only the CEO and COO, with not to mention. I would like to see the contracts, and I would like to see the meeting transcripts.
I'd love to see.
So
the
if he wants to, if Mutendo, if you want to upload the transcripts and the contracts, your boy will take a look. Your boy will take the look. Okay. I'm happy
and then he
to look
will
at
explain it to me because I'm a fucking idiot.
And if you really are anti-gun run, you're not going to give a damn about them threatening you with NDA or anything else. You're going to take it to the paint, drop the contracts. Let me take a look. Let's all take a look. Let's get some sunshine on this case. Let's go through this.
The faster you drop everything, the faster this will be over.
And we may be able to work out some things together.
And probably the faster you can move on.
We may be able to do this.
1974.
I feel like pretty quickly this is going to turn into a situation where everyone just turns around at like the same time and basically just fists the gun run. It's what is it? It's a boiling pot. It's just only a matter of time until it actually boils over. So we're just kind of waiting for that to happen. I give them until the end of the year. Sometime before the end of the year, it will happen. Like the Great Purge, basically. I myself just want to see the talents contracts. I'm just curious. As I said like 6 times, I want to see the fucking the receipts, basically, like what they spent the money on. Because at least from my understanding, like they should have had a lot coming in So I want to know what the fuck it was being spent on. Other than that, though, yeah, absolute peak as per usual by Andrew Esquire, the most handsome man on the internet. Actually, one of the few reasons I want to do law. Also, just law is quite interesting. I'm actually starting. Well, technically, I'm not starting law. I'm starting criminology. I have to do that for 4 years, and I have to do law for 1 year afterwards. Law transition course. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I want to do law. I feel like we're going to get a bunch of all the lawsuits are going to drop around the same time, right? You're going to have the V. Shoujo Gun Run one. You're going to have the Ethan Klein one. Tectone he hasn't said, but he has heavily implied that he has lawsuits in the works as well. He's directly stated that he is working with Ethan Klein's lawyers, and it's like, well, why would you work with a lawyer for any reason other than a lawsuit? Because he's not being sued. At least from my understanding. He's not being sued. So there's going to be a lot of very fun videos coming out within the next few months to probably a year. Moral of the story: don't let the gun run touch your company. It'll just dissolve on the spot. Ugh. Self-checkout. You love it or you hate it. I'm going to be honest. For me, I love it. Don't have to talk to anyone. I can just bring my shit over, scan it, and fuck off. But admittedly, I don't know how it works in the States, but at least here we have weighing scales. Half the time the weight is off. So you just have to sit there like a fucking moron with the flashing light saying, weight is incorrect. And the not a cashier, but one of the one of the staff has to come over and be like, what's wrong? It's not weighing right. Oh. Okay. And they fucking put in the password and it's done. I don't know why it's apparently not working in the States. When was this made? 7 months ago. Because it works really well here at least in Ireland. I imagine Europe as a whole. People really like it. But to be honest, I just think Americans are more social than Europeans. So that could be why.
The quality and value of what customers get for their dollar these days has regressed across the board. Yet it's customer experience that has suffered most, as the basic core services like support and checkout have all been ripped up so companies can try to make more money with less. When you shop at any retailer or supermarket these days, you'll find yourself generally funneled to self-checkout, where you're stuck watching people in front of you awkwardly fumble finding barcodes, bagging their own groceries.
Oh, there's nothing more irritating than when I walk up to a self-checkout and all of the self-checkouts are full, they're being used. And it's some fucking boomer. It's always a blonde white woman in her like mid-40s who can't figure out what the fuck a barcode is. Or it'll be like an item without a barcode, like it's a loose banana or some shit. And they just sit there dumbfounded because they don't see the like add fruit option. And they're just like, how do I add banana? I need help. And I just have to sit there like, oh, God, fucking move. Another thing as well, this doesn't bother me as much because I only really pay with card anyway, but we have a thing now where like half of self-checkouts will be card only and the other half will be cash. But it's not like super obvious. Like, say, the self-checkout with cash will be, like, a green terminal or whatever, and then the card one is red. It'll literally just be, like, effectively a sticky note put onto it that says, oh, yeah, this is card only. And for whatever reason, they change which one is card only, like, every day. So you just have to sit there. Half the time, the fucking card only thing is knocked off. So you're just sitting there, like, what the fuck? Yeah. Half the people don't even read it. They just walk up, they scan all their shit. It's like, this is card only. What? It's like, it says it before you start. Literally, the second you scan an item, it says, this machine is card only. Are you paying by card, yes or no? You have to click yes to continue. So you read that, you clicked yes, and then you're still like, what do you mean it's card only? What?
And panicking whenever the machine shouts at them or the screen freezes.
Whenever I'm at a self-checkout, it doesn't work, I just sit there like, oh, for fuck's sake. Because you have to turn around and you have to, like, look at the the staff because typically it's like one staff over like 10 self-checkouts, and you just have to awkwardly stare at them like, we both know it's something fucking stupid. Can you just come over and just scan your employee ID or whatever so we can both just be on our way?
There's usually only one worker who's overseeing everything,
Yep.
and whenever a problem occurs, everyone has to wait on them for a resolution, all of which translates to a longer wait time, higher margin for
To be fair, makes sense because it like most of the time one worker is more than enough. It seems like either nothing wrong is happening or every fucking self-checkout is like breaking at the same time.
error and frustration. To add insult to injury, you had no choice in any of this as a
Oh, that's-
consumer, even if
That's Duds, I think. Yeah, Duds and Sierra. Yeah, this is Duds.
you wanted to go back to the normal checkout aisles where a cashier scans and bags for you, you can't because those aisles are either closed or they're so short-staffed that the lines there are even longer than those at self-checkout. All of this tech suddenly appeared nationwide in the mid-2010s. Since the debut of self-checkout, retailers from Kroger and Walmart to Target and Home Depot have all publicly
Home
gaslighted
Depot
that
has a self-checkout. Don't you pay by like weight? Like of like wooden beams and shit? How do you fit that in a self-checkout?
checkout is faster and that these machines
I mean, I
are
know they sell like power tools as well, but like, it just, I don't know, it seems inefficient.
are not there to replace workers, but to instead free them to be more productive. They stuck to this script year after year despite the continuous backlash and disapproval, and their stocks collectively grew as Wall Street applauded these investments, believing that tech innovation would unlock unprecedented efficiencies and profits for these age-old, overhead-intensive businesses. Fast forward just 5 years, and self-checkout has largely been a flop. Most retailers have backtracked, ripping out their machines and going back to human cashiers.
Yeah, there is. It's not weird if you think about it. It makes sense. Sometimes people actually want to interact with another human being. Fucking shocking, I know. Sounds dreadful to someone like me, but they do want to interact with another human being sometimes. And if your only option is self-checkout, then actively makes your experience worse. So having both options, I think is like the best way to do it, because you have people like me who just doesn't want to interact with anyone, and you could just go and do your own shit and fuck off. But there are a lot of people who want to actually, like, especially older people, like in this clip, who want to speak with someone. It makes them feel like more important as well, is another aspect of it. So they have a better experience at the store. And a lot of people, at least that I know personally, do actually like even just a small chat with their cashier. Again, I myself, no. If I can, if it's humanly possible for me, I'm going to use self-checkout every single fucking time. But yeah, no, some people do like the actual interaction, like the face-to-face interaction with other humans, which is weird.
While a few chains have continued to gaslight that self-checkout is still the future, the reality is that even they are scaling back, restricting the conditions in which consumers can use these machines. Self-checkout has been a flop not just in the US but also overseas, and all of these retailers are hoping to sweep things under the rug while the market obsesses over AI. Ultimately, the retail industry is just as confused as everyone else, as there's been no clarity in the data. Is getting rid of a few part-time cashiers making $10 to $15 an hour actually even meaningful business-wise if you're spending millions of dollars on loss prevention, security, and self-checkout technology? Did retailers who installed self-checkout machines end up saving more money or improving their profits? And how did such a conservative, disciplined industry get caught up in this hype? What does the future hold in business? Ask 9 experts and you'll
Well, I mean, it's probably because on paper, it's a really good idea, right? We could get the exact same service of a cashier, but we don't have to pay anyone, and the customer themselves have to do the work. We just have to pay a large amount of money up front, and then we don't have to pay them. It's like automation of fast food, like Flippy, the burger flipper. It's like, sure, in the short term, we're probably going to get fucked because we have to pay like however many millions to develop and make this robot. But in the long run, we have an employee that never rests, never sleeps, usually will work at optimal efficiency. He won't ever take a day off. He doesn't even know what a fucking union is. And we don't have to pay him hourly. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're probably going to end up losing money until like 20, 30 years down the line where you actually start turning a profit. Like, compared to the amount you invested into the robots.
get 10
Or in this
answers.
case, self-checkouts.
Analysts will say inflation is down one month and then up the next. It's the same constant whiplash with unemployment, jobs reports, and the health of the economy. Could someone please invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 41,000 businesses have
I'm
future
gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck what inflation is anymore. You could throw any number at me, I don't care. Right? When I go into a store, all I care, like, I measure how bad inflation is by two things: how expensive a liter of milk is and how expensive a can of Monster Energy is. I remember 3 years ago when a can of Monster Energy was €1.70. Now it's €2.25 a can. That's a 33% increase, roughly, give or take. Milk went from €1 to $1.25. That's a 25% increase from last year to this year. That's fucking crazy.
Proof their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the number one cloud ERP, bringing accounting, finance,
Good ad.
NetSuite.com/modern
get Oracle.
MBA. Retail is a tough industry. It's a capital-intensive, high-overhead business where even the giants squeeze out 4 to 8% operating margins a year. Whether it's peddling fresh produce, daily essentials, or cheap toys, retail generates incredible cash.
Why is Walmart so fucking high? What's Walmart doing that no one else is?
Flow as the industry leader.
Walmart made more than Apple? And Google? Fuck.
Gross more in a single year than
Made more than all four of these combined.
even the
Jesus.
big tech companies. But gross earnings are not the same as net. 60 to 70% of every dollar that a retailer earns goes to buying products. Even with economies of scale, the product costs for the leaders with the best volume and the greatest wholesale discounts
Yeah,
like
they can only
Walmart
charge a really small increase in price. Broadly speaking, I imagine someone like fucking Whole Foods or what's the one place is like above Whole Foods? Like, it's not Equinox, but it's some fucking stupid bullshit like that, where they charge like $15 for like a strawberry. Okay.
and Costco
I imagine if you look at their gross, it's probably really high.
still end up in the 60 to 70% range. If anything, their product costs are generally higher, as these giants have to spread themselves thin to carry something for everyone. On the flip side, the more specialized a retailer is, like in home improvement or in organic produce, the lower their product costs will be.
I would not call TK Maxx specialized at all. TK Maxx is literally the store you go to when you want to shop, but you don't know what you want to shop for. You just want to buy random fucking knickknacks. I mean, I guess they specialize in clothes, but they also have like furniture, they have colognes, they have shoes. I count shoes and clothing to be different. They have jewelry, they have care, like hair care and body care and such. Like, they sell everything. They sell toys. Everything else here is specialized. I would not call TK Maxx specialized at all.
But once again, they're still in that 60 to 70% range.
I mean, they don't sell food, but like...
With only 20% gross
Oh, wait, no,
profit
they
left
do.
after paying for the goods and getting them delivered to the stores,
They sell,
retailers
like,
have to clamp down on
snacks at the
everything
front.
else to squeeze out profit. They generally hire low-skilled workers at minimum wages,
It's a ginger.
pay below market rents as anchor tenants, control hours, and rely
Is
on
every supermarket manager this, like, aesthetic? I swear to God, they come in, like, 3 skins. And it's always something based off of this.
part-time seasonal staff to stock shelves, handle sales, and maintain the space around the clock. For every dollar that retailers earn, they generally spend another 15 to 30% on labor, which leaves an operating margin
You make 3%.
of just a few single digits. There's little profits in this line of work, and it's been this way for decades. With tiny
To be
margins,
fair, though, Costco is fucking massive. And also, I don't know if that's taken into account memberships for Costco. I know Costco as well has a lot of loss leaders. From my understanding, all of their food, like the fresh stuff, like the Costco pizza slice or whatever, are all loss leaders from what I know. The reason why they can work with such like slim margins though is because of their membership.
and high overhead, retailers
If
find
everyone used the membership though, they would probably increase the price for everything. It's like a gym. Gyms make the majority of their money, especially like your Planet Fitnesses and such. They make the majority of their money through people who buy a membership and then just don't use it. or they use it like once a month. But then you have assholes like me who use it every day. If I had a Costco membership, I'd be in there every fucking day.
Nature are conservative, careful, and frugal. There's no such thing as fast growth in this industry. They don't have the margins to make moonshot bets every quarter, and they have to be financially disciplined with their asset-heavy, people-intensive volume model. As a result, retailers excel as defensive, reliable investments. But in the zero-interest environment of the 2010s, investors wanted upside, not security. It was in this period
41x. $41 times S&P 500. Yeah, the S&P 500 is... Wait, for 9 years, it only went up 20... Oh, sorry, not 20%, 120%. In 9 years? I mean, yeah, it does average, what, I think it's 12% a year, it averages. The thing is with the S&P, it's really safe, but you're not going to get huge increases out of it unless you throw in like $1 million or some shit, right? It's one of those things where it's like if you're already rich, then it'll just fucking print you money. But if you're not, it's fine. I always say, like, if you start investing, you probably should throw some money into it, just because, like, assuming you're not a fucking day trader and, like, you're doing it for the sake of, say you start when you're, like, 20 and you plan on using it when you're buying a house in, like, 10-15 years' time, or ideally when you want to buy a house in 10-15 years' time, then it's fine, because, like, realistically, it won't lose money, just because of the nature of how it is, of the top 500 companies. But I do also suggest once you have a nice, like, safety net, basically, in S&P, I would start moving into, like, singular stocks. More volatile, but that also means you can make more.
when
if you
tech
can
companies
lose more.
skyrocketed, as their stocks consistently outperformed those of any other industry year after year. Even though most tech startups lost money, their fundamentals compared to retailers were incredible, with massive 70%.
Shopify? Sorry, Snapchat makes money? How? I know they run ads, but you have to go out of your way to look at the ads. Don't you? You have to, like, go onto stories and you have to click through the ads. I don't know, I don't really use Snapchat that much. I fucking hate it. Also, there's nothing more cringe than going up to someone and be like, hey, can I have your Snap? It's like, that's so fucking stupid. But I have to ask it because everyone my age has Snap, but, like, very few actually have, like, Discord or WhatsApp or Messenger or, like, any fucking other service I would significantly prefer using, because no one wants to text with their phone number. Because almost everyone's phone plan is unlimited data, but you have to pay for text. But for me, I just have unlimited everything.
Plus operating margins. Tech was
Also, I hate the Snapchat thing of, like, you check a message and it deletes itself.
exact opposite of retail. In the early 2010s, every retailer focused on the same strategies. Their goal was to open up more stores, to add loyalty programs, to expand product variety, and to drive more
M&S
in-store
Cafe.
traffic.
That's
Consumer
done.
confidence was fragile exiting the Great Recession, and retailers were focused on getting them back in the
Oh
door.
no,
and
M&S is
spending.
Marks and
There were no
Spencer's. My
grand
bad.
speeches of innovation or radical ideas about the future. But everything changed in 2016. Suddenly, every retailer overnight began talking about automation and technology. Despite having
course they
zero issues with it before, the checkout aisle became the industry's public enemy number one. This was the Amazon effect. It was in 2016 when Amazon launched its futuristic store, where customers could walk in,
I reckon
take
in about 20-30 years' time, there's going to basically be like 4 companies. It's going to be like Amazon for anything that you need to buy. Maybe Walmart for like groceries. Maybe. But I imagine Walmart will end up like being bought, or they'll have not a collaboration, what's it called? A merger with Amazon in some form or way. X for like everything social media. Even though Elon wants to make it like dating and stuff as well, but like whatever. And then you would have, maybe it would be NVIDIA, but NVIDIA, like the idea of NVIDIA like making like graphics cards and stuff needed for the AI and stuff. Or I should say component makers. I would have classed them all as one. and then you're going to have like your AI companies, like your ChatGPTs and such. I don't remember who owns ChatGPT, but like, yeah, I reckon in 20, 30 years, okay, it actually might be too close. 50 or so years, it's basically the world is going to be ruled by like 4 companies. It basically already is. Well, now it's like 10, maybe 11.
The items they want right off.
But I feel like the more time passes, the more condensed it becomes.
Shelves and walk right out. With computer vision, deep learning, smart sensors, and the same autonomous technology that was fueling the self-driving and IoT hype at the time, Amazon boasted that it had revolutionized retail by opening the first store in history without checkout. Customers would never need to wait in line again. Labor costs would be dramatically lower, as this technology would directly replace cashiers and checkout aisles.
Yeah.
Everything was automated, and these stores only needed 1 or 2 workers on hand to restock shelves as needed. In this
sorry, I misspoke. Not no staff, no cashiers. Yeah,
fast-growing era of on-demand digital everything like Uber and DoorDash, it wasn't a stretch to imagine that customers would be willing to pay a greater premium and spend even more with such extreme convenience. And from the business side, what had once been an unavoidable, error-prone variable...
It really won't be too long until a store like this basically just becomes like a fucking warehouse. And you order the groceries online, and a robot comes and it takes your groceries and puts it into a self-driving car, and the self-driving car drives to your house and delivers the groceries.
Cost
I'm sure some company is doing it, but we're really
be eliminated permanently with this one-time investment in hardware and software. Given Amazon's track record, the media hype, and the all-time high positive sentiment towards tech, the public believed every word out of Jeff Bezos' mouth, even though the first store was really nothing more than a proof of concept. Retailers overnight got spooked. If Amazon opened up more of these stores, it would be hard for their customers to go back to waiting in line at their stores, and they would look like dinosaurs in comparison. At the same time, there was no way that a retailer could ever catch up to Amazon's engineering.
Costco is always going to be safe because it's built on bulk buying, which bulk buying is cheaper in the long run, but more expensive in the moment. It's kind of like your middle class to upper middle class store. I mean, the upper class would use it as well, but I mean, when I'm talking about middle and upper middle, I'm talking more in a traditional sense. Maybe even lower middle. Because, like, just take Monster, for example. The lower, like, the working class wouldn't be able to spend, realistically, at once, like, say $30 on a 24-pack of Monster, right? But they could spend, like, $2 a day. But obviously, you know, you buy 30 Monsters $2 a day, it's $60. But if you're, like, middle class, even lower middle, spending 30 on 24 isn't that big of a deal. So you could, because you have more money, you could afford to save money. You know, it's yeah, so I don't think Costco would ever go. And something like Amazon really, from my understanding, only sells loose items. If ever I can, I avoid buying loose
talent. There was some initial speculation in the industry that Amazon Go was just a testing ground, and that Amazon's actual goal was just to eventually license out this tech to these retailers for a fee. But those hopes were dashed when Amazon suddenly acquired Whole Foods a year later.
That would be even smarter. Just like, basically do what NVIDIA did. It's like, oh, everyone's making AI. Why would we make AI? We'll just give you the materials. We'll give you the cards needed to make the AI. You know, it's like when there's a gold rush, instead of digging for gold, sell shovels.
Whole Foods provided a huge customer base, supply chain, perishable expertise, and a nationwide presence, and Amazon could embed its technology and aggressive Silicon Valley data-driven approach into retail directly. With a purchase price of $14 billion, the biggest acquisition to date in company history.
Fucking Twitch. Hasn't Twitch never turned a profit? Oh, wow.
It was clear that Amazon
I also did not know they bought this.
Wasn't going to settle for being
a
back-end software vendor. Jeff Bezos had killed off bookstores before, and he was now taking on supermarkets.
Jeff Bezos has killed off bookstores. I think, yeah, he's killed off most of them, but there is kind of a vibe of a bookstore that just will always stay.
It's head on.
Or will always make them stay.
No one else in the world more qualified and more committed to disrupting the remaining retail giants. 8 years later, we know now that the supposed groundbreaking technology behind Amazon Go was not actually real. All Amazon had done was to replace local human cashiers with 1,000 remote workers in India who had to manually review the footage to see what items customers actually picked up and walked out with. 7 hours.
I didn't know that. That's creative.
Out of every 10 transactions needed to be manually verified by this remote team, meaning only 30% of the sales were actually automated. Beyond the issues of accuracy, the technology from the lens of hardware and software was not actually scalable. A single Amazon Go store required thousands of state-of-the-art cameras and fiber internet. Amazon has since quietly retreated back to conventional checkout and local human cashier for Whole Foods and for its own stores. And in the past year, they've laid off hundreds of employees from its Amazon Go teams.
I imagine they're going to try and kind of in the background, like in silence, make this a lot cheaper.
Closed down the vast majority of its stores across
Because it seems the only problem is it's too expensive at the moment.
the US and Europe, and ripped out the cashierless just walkout turnstiles in Whole Foods. But back in 2016, no one had any idea at the time that Jeff Bezos was just
Why is it raining on my vegetables? What the fuck?
blowing smoke. It wasn't just retailers who were spooked, but also Wall Street who began demanding answers. For better or worse, Amazon had become a forcing function. They had established a standard and identified a specific area for automation that everyone else in retail needed to live up to. How would the industry leaders like Kroger, Costco, and Home Depot compete with Amazon's new people-light, high automation stores? Could they ever transition to make their checkout self-service just
I
like
completely
Amazon
forgot
Go?
this was about
And
self-checkout.
within a year, self-checkout became priority number one for the entire industry. It was a gold rush without the gold. For leaders like Walmart, Kroger, and Target, they were eager to demonstrate that they weren't actually dinosaurs waiting to be disrupted, but instead equally
I
capable
would not trust its role to deliver my groceries.
of adapting to the latest trends and creating their own proprietary technology. In return, they could maintain their valuations
Fuck is
and grow the
fun,
appeal of their
baby.
stock in what was a tech-dominant market. Yet retailers of all sizes were under pressure to show progress towards self-checkout. Smaller chains like Dollar General and Sprouts didn't have the war chest of a Walmart or a Kroger to throw millions of dollars hiring engineers and building machines. They also didn't have the incentive or the urgency to reinvent themselves in the eyes of Wall Street as some progressive, modernized corporation. They only needed to reach
Well, I
this
mean,
bar,
dollar stores are
not
losing
exceed
a
it.
lot of money
Ultimately,
anyway,
the clock was ticking, and the industry as a whole needed to get self-checkout up and running ASAP to remain competitive. They would never be fully automated and entirely cashierless like Amazon, but if they could get customers to scan and bag their own groceries, if they could start removing the existing
You do the
checkout aisles
work.
and
And then we don't have to pay staff.
start hiring less cashiers, then everyone would in theory be closer towards realizing this future. The fastest option was to outsource, and there were two companies who were eager to provide the hardware and software shovels for this
NVIDIA
faux gold
and
rush.
Microsoft.
ATMs were the earliest and most successful example of retail automation, where customers could self-service themselves on machines, and banks in turn could hire less tellers. In the US, there was NCR, and in Europe, there was Diebold Nixdorf. Both
We use
companies made
NCR
their
as well.
fortunes building and selling ATMs to banks. But there's only so many banks in the world who need ATMs, and so much innovation to be had with cash withdrawals and check deposits. By the late 90s, the ATM market had been completely saturated. As a result, growth was slow through the 2000s, and both companies desired
what
to
if we
introduce
bought an
self-service
ATM
to other
and turned
industries.
it into a
Places like
grocery
airports,
machine?
car rentals, concerts, and hospitals were all opportunities where staff could be easily replaced with a machine. But NCR and Diebold were only vendors and suppliers. They could only follow the wind, and most retailers were not willing to risk the resources necessary to undertake a project of this scale.
Pussies.
NCR settled for DVD kiosks, believing that they could fill the hole in movie rental with
DVD
Blockbuster's bankruptcy,
kiosks,
but
what?
all of that went up in the air with Netflix and streaming. Earnings fluctuated for both companies through the 2000s as the company struggled to find growth beyond banking. Despite grossing billions of dollars a year, there still isn't a lot of profit in this line of work. After designing the machines, outsourcing the manufacturing, writing software, and maintaining the hardware at scale after deployment, operating margins for both NCR and Diebold were as low as the retailers themselves. The first real win came in
fuck.
2012, 4 years before Amazon Go, when NCR won an initial deal with Walmart, who had the capital, incentive, and interest to pursue self-checkout. Walmart, through history, has been aggressively anti-union, and its executives were always upfront about exploring ways to cut hours, eliminate workers, and to reduce overhead. But as mentioned before, the rest of the retail industry wasn't convinced that these investments
This
were worthwhile
is
or
wrong because this isn't beeping.
repeatable
telling
at a
you
smaller
it's-
scale.
it's
And
not
all of
weighing
that
correctly.
changed in 2016 with Amazon Go. Suddenly everyone
Oh,
wanted
no, wait.
self-checkout, and it became NCR and Diebold's fastest growing division. Diebold's retail business
Is
doubled
that what those metal bars are for? I've never seen anyone use them.
in a single year. And for NCR, that growth was channeled across multiple years as it took longer for the deals and deployments to materialize. Like any good shovel seller, both companies openly fanned the
Shovel
flames to
sellers.
drive urgency. They proclaimed that their machines were necessary to winning the next generation of shoppers shoppers, that millennials loved self-checkout, and that stores would be radically transformed in their layout. And the best part was that these self-checkout machines could be productive 24 hours a day, whereas a human could only work 8 hours at most.
Yep,
Everyone
24
knew
hours a
that
day, they don't
NCR and
take breaks,
Diebold
they
would
don't know
never
what you
match
get is.
Amazon Go, but at the
You don't
very
even have to
least
pay
they were
them.
the cheapest and fastest option. But even though demand and sales grew rapidly, not even the shovel sellers were profitable. It was a fake gold rush, and both NCR and Diebold actually lost money every year as they burned millions of dollars into R&D and sales, believing that this short-term
Operating
investment
income
would
minus
have
300
long-term
million.
returns. They never imagined that Amazon and the industry would do such a massive U-turn, and that retailers would now go so far as to rip out their deployments with the sunk costs. The other issue is that NCR and Diebold's machines were always designed as a one-size-fit-all solution. They were ultimately chasing a future that had not been proven. Thus, while their machines excelled at replacing simple, sequential workflows like checking into a flight or printing a boarding pass at the airport, self-checkout was a beast of its own. Every retailer has hundreds, if not thousands, of different SKUs that change regularly, along with their own systems, programs, catalogs, and policies.
Also, as well, it assumes that the average person isn't a fucking moron. And I think that's the biggest flaw in reality. It assumes most people know what they're doing.
These machines needed to be able to follow all of these things and to be updated whenever these items
Like,
change.
I was in self-checkout today, and it was in Lidl, which is a German supermarket. And we got a self-checkout recently. There's like 7 terminals. I think it's 7, it might be 8. And you have to pay by card. And you take your receipt and you scan it at the gate. There's a little scanner before the gate, and you scan it and the gate will open and you leave. So I went up to the gate and I scanned my receipt to leave. But a woman cut me off and then started spamming her receipt on the gate itself. And was confused as to why it didn't open. So I sat there, the gate closed again because, you know, when you scan your receipt it only opens for like 5 seconds or so you leave. And I tapped her on the shoulder because I said it to her about 4 times and she just wasn't listening. I tapped her on the shoulder, I was like, you have to scan it here. And she goes, oh, okay, scan your receipt and you can go. I said, I can't go, I already scanned my receipt and you were in the way. And she asked me to scan my receipt again. And then some other guy, God bless his soul, came over and he scanned his receipt to leave. And I just, I let him go out first, obviously. And then I went right behind him. And she was still sat there trying to scan her receipt on the gate. And I was like, again, mid-40s, blonde, white woman. Like, the second she cut me off, I knew I was not leaving.
Changed. But given the rapid speed in which retailers adopted, purchased, and rolled out
It's
these
not
machines,
racist if
it
it's
was all
right.
trial by fire, and NCR and Diebold needed to provide even greater support, maintenance, and services post-sale, all of which chewed into their profits. Revenue has regressed as their customers have generally churned or opted to maintain their installations instead of expanding. And their stocks have fallen as both companies find themselves in the same situation today that they were in 10 years ago and 20 years ago, looking for growth beyond ATMs. Walmart was the earliest and the most aggressive, having invested in self-checkout technology long before Amazon. Without any unions to slow them down, they were the most capable and ruthless of all retailers. In 2017, the same year in which Amazon purchased Whole Foods, Walmart had completed rolling out self-checkout in every store. Their goal was to eliminate workers entirely, and there was no
Makes sense.
gaslighting about a better customer experience. Quote, self-checkout at the front changes the labor model dramatically inside the store. Our focus is really on changing the work. When you change the work, you can create leverage inside the profit and loss versus us just cutting hours because that's a short-term play. But when we look at the hard numbers, it's not clear at all that the removal of human cashiers has netted any meaningful benefits to Walmart's fundamentals.
When did they implement online delivery? Because this was COVID, right? I mean, this is higher than these years, but I'm just curious.
When we look at the
Like,
average
did it exist in 2020? I assume it did.
number of hourly employees per store, there was a brief period after the standardization of self-checkout where the company did hire less workers. But these days, Walmart is actually hiring just as many people per store as it was before self-checkout. And that's strange because there's actually fewer Walmart stores these days than there were a decade ago. If you're only keeping your highest performing, most productive stores, on paper
But
you
yeah,
should be
no
hiring
shit, there's no point in having a store and it's not making you money.
hiring less people to operate these assets that you know very well. When we isolate labor costs and we look at SG&A as a percentage of revenue, we actually find that Walmart is spending even more than before on labor and administration. Even if they're not hiring more hourly workers than before, they're spending more dollars on support, services, and machines from NCR and greater corporate headcount. And since we know that NCR itself as a company is not in a healthy position, the idea that the cost of self-checkout will simply flatten out
NCR
over
makes the
time in the near
McDonald's ones
future
as well?
seems foolish. NCR has to make its own money, just like Walmart, and if they remain stagnant too long commercially, they'll eventually come to demand higher prices. Profit margins for Walmart have actually decreased after the standardization of self-checkout in 2017. While inflation is one potential explanation for the lower profits, the numbers don't really suggest that, as the cost of sales as a percentage of revenue has grown slower than the cost of labor and administration. Even if Walmart is not hiring more cashiers specifically, the point remains in that the overhead is higher than ever despite running fewer stores and without unions. Just in the past year, Walmart has ripped out self-checkout in select stores, returned to the conventional aisles and human cashiers, divested many of the tech ventures that had started to better compete with Amazon on the side, and cited the need to return to basic, human-friendly service to grow profits. Besides Walmart, we can also look at other big grocery chains like Kroger and Albertsons. The difference is that Kroger and Albertsons workers are unionized and thus enjoy stronger protections, better benefits, and higher wages than those working at Walmart. While Walmart publicly talked about their desires to cut workers outright, Kroger and Albertsons could not because they had to maintain a positive relationship with their union. Instead, they talked up self-checkout as a way to improve customer experience. And Kroger, like Walmart, wanted to show to Wall Street that they too were capable of innovation, and they pushed the notion of self-checkout to even greater heights. As a direct response to Amazon's technology, Kroger rolled out Scan, Bag, and Go, where customers could use their phone to scan products, put them in their bag right afterwards, and then walk right out. By 2018,
for about a year before they realized people were stealing really easily.
Self-checkout had been installed in every Kroger store. Scan, Bag,
I think they still exist, but you can't check out with them anymore. You just... Oh no, I remember what happened. So yeah, they had it for about 3 months where you could do it yourself and then everyone was stealing. Then they hired a person for about 6 months who would actually actively look in your bag to make sure everything was right. And then I think they did it for another 3 months where they stopped it so you could just leave with it. And it said it was just kind of it was basically a calculator.
and Go was available.
And then they just got rid of it completely.
And the company boasted that they had unlocked massive double-digit productivity increases in all of their stores.
I bet you
Hilariously, Scan, Bag, and Go was quietly killed off in 2022, lasting just 4
was just
years
that
after
effective.
its launch. Like Walmart, there's been no change in the number of hourly workers per store before or after the implementation of self-checkout. There may be less cashiers, but not less staff. And the lower operating margins have nothing to do with inflation. Kroger's product costs as a percentage of revenue are actually lower than what they were a decade ago. Labor and administrative costs, on the other hand, are actually higher than ever and have been for the past 6 years, despite the company forcing self-checkout on customers. Kroger to this day continues to gaslight that self-checkout is the future and that it provides a better customer experience, despite the reality that the company's operating margins remain at their lowest. Albertsons has also hired on average about the same amount of workers per store before and after their implementation of self-checkout. Labor and administrative costs have certainly improved after, but that can also be attributed more to the continuous layoffs at headquarters and store closures. Sprouts has opened up more stores year after year, and the numbers demonstrate that they've hired fewer workers since their implementation of self-checkout in 2020. Yet at the same time, despite hiring less people, labor and administrative costs have actually increased. Overall operating margins for Sprouts are lower these days than what they were 5 years ago before self-checkout. And once again, it has nothing to do with inflation or product costs. It's been the same case for even the discount stores like Dollar General and Dollar Tree. Dollar General did not implement self-checkout until 2019, and their labor and administrative costs have remained the same in the years after. The company spent millions of dollars installing self-checkout machines, only to discover that removing human cashiers dramatically increased shoplifting. Dollar General had always run its stores with a skeleton crew to cut on labor costs, but now with self-checkout, they had removed the human at the front. And without a staff member at the front to deter stealing, opportunistic thieves were walking through self-checkout with bags of stolen merchandise without consequences. Everything came to a head in 2024 when profits plummeted to a 16-year low over the rampant shoplifting, and Dollar General responded by killing off self-checkout entirely. They've ripped out the machines at most stores, restored the checkout aisles, and invested more into human cashiers and staff, with SG&A at an all-time high. And on a per-store basis, Dollar General is now hiring more people than ever per store in company history. It's the same situation with Dollar Tree, who is now spending more than ever in labor and administration in history
Because
to
of theft
deter
as
the
well.
theft at self-checkout.
Yeah.
Despite rolling out self-checkout in 2017, Target these days has more hourly workers per store than it did a decade ago. Labor costs as a percentage of revenue has remained
fuck
virtually
happened to
unchanged for the past 10 plus years, and annual profit margins are any better today than they were back in the
22
early
just-
2010s.
Not
The
good.
only exception to date has been in home improvement, where Home Depot and Lowe's have both reported a decrease in labor costs since their respective implementation of self-checkout. Their annual operating margins have also materially improved. There's a couple factors as to how this could be. One is that theft at self-checkout is generally a crime of opportunity, meaning that people either intentionally or accidentally forget to scan something. With home improvement, the high-value items
Let's
are
be
generally
honest, for
so
the most
big and
part,
so
it's
bulky
intentional.
that kind of theft would be impossible to hide, and the higher-value, smaller products are already under lock and key or already under added surveillance, meaning the opportunity for theft is just that much lower. The product value and order sizes at home improvement stores are also substantially greater than that of supermarkets, and chains like Home Depot and Lowe's have already sunk millions of dollars over the decades into loss prevention, whereas the grocery chains are just now starting their own investments. While there are some who assert that the failures of self-checkout are cultural and psychological, it seems obvious that technology and machines have a long way to go before they can replace
Yeah, I think that's more so the case. They tried to do it too quickly. They should have waited. Yeah, they should have held out. But the ones that try and weigh input and output, trying to see if you stole something. Yeah, all it does is just get it incorrect. Has a bigger theft problem than the rest of the world. Maybe. 10 years to retail, I can tell you that while yes, it is frustrating with companies that have no clue what they're doing. It's objectively faster. Yeah, I'd imagine. Because, like, you would have to scan each item individually. If you're in a line, like for a cashier in a line, but if it's self-checkout, it's usually only one item that's broken, so you'd, or broken, that's breaking the machine, so you'd only have to scan one item. Do you think it's interesting, though? I would have assumed that it would have improved, like, speed, company efficiency. But it looks like it doesn't. Or not yet, at least.
The new Adonis, baby, I'm under your skin. Hot as iron, feel the fire when we. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. 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 Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
I love people just walking into my room. Hold on. There you go. Alright. I'm dying. Still. But we will do one man ban. Because I actually kind of want to play man ban, which I feel like is terrible. It's a very, very poor decision to make. But we will do man ban. So give me a second to boot it. I went through all of them earlier, just booting and checking. For whatever reason, they all auto start in. Was it 12? 12 by 780? For fuck's sake. Are you gonna... Okay, no, I actually can't just go out. Oh. Great. I'm just seeing if... Yeah, they all... Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom first, and then I'll... Here, you can look at my Spotify playlist, I guess. We'll give you chess. Alright, let me change categories real quick. There's no point in changing like Kick, is there? Because Kick doesn't even fucking work. I don't know what it is about Kick. Garrison of Bad Bad. It only has 8,000 followers on Twitch. What? No, that's 7. Is it? Wait. I have to pull out the doc. Because there's so many fucking bad bands and I can't tell just from eyeballing it. Garrison of Bad Band 1. Yes, that is number 1. Okay. Because there's so many of them. Alright. Bag, or something. Thank you. Yeah, for whatever reason, you can't do 2440. So it just completely kills my other monitor. Which is terrible because I have to record. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Start. Boys. Today is the day. It's not even fucking... hold on. Let me do one quick Google search to see if we can force it. 2440 by... What is it? 2440 by 1920? Garrett, okay, that's not what I fucking looked up, is it? Garrett of Bad Bad resolution. By default, it's 1280 by 720 for whatever reason. Yeah. I can't force it into anything else. It's on the Xbox Series X. What? It says even the first one has 1440. Am I fucking stupid? 1440 by 900, yeah, but where's my 2440? Subtitles aren't on for whatever reason. What if I don't full screen? Right? And I do it like that. Is that how I have to do it? I think it actually is. Wow. In that case, I'm going to expand this window a little bit. Stop fucking snapping. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine, I guess. You can't see the FPS, but that's all. Okay, so after some fighting, we got it to holy fuck, that is loud. Hold on. This... Social owned Opera. Why the fuck is the Xbox app open? Is this what it's called? Is it called fucking Clay? It is. What? There's not even audio. Oh, we have to keep dialogue. All right, it's time to play some Garden of Peak. I hear this game is amazing. Oh. Or a parent looking for their missing child. Time is delicate matter. Click the clock to advance time. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Oh! What? Oh no. Oh! Oh, not dark. What the fuck? Why did it on full screen? Whoa! What the fuck? Is that? I actually have to play it windowed because it doesn't go to my monitor's resolution. Hold on, hold the fuck! Stop throwing everything at me. Wait, let me cap that FPS. Actually, for whatever reason, it's completely uncapped, and I hate playing games with 100% uncapped FPS. I can't cap it, can I? God forbid. Out of sheer curiosity, my CPU is at 86%. To be fair, OBS is taking 26% of that. Garden of Bad is only taking 20. What about my graphics card? 94%. Why am I not surprised that this game is fucking poorly optimized? Hold on. I purposely set down my fan rates. So let me turn it up. You should be able to hear it because my mic should tune out all lower sounds. Okay, I think we're fine now. Boots. Okay, I don't know most of these characters. All I know is this is Batman. I think that's Batman. And this is Jumbo Josh. And I only know that from fucking memes. You're something bird? Doo-doo bird or some shit? Creativity area. I can't... The fuck? Whoa. Do I... Okay. Bad's kindergarten. Kinder. Is it not Kinter? Is it not the German word? Cafeteria. I got a blue card. Jumbo Josh says eat vegetables and fruits to become strong like me. Yes, brother. He should have protein there as well, but fucking. Stinger Flynn. Having many arms allows me to help a lot of people. You're a jellyfish though, no? Would that not hurt? Holy shit. Somebody needs to clean these vending machines. And stocking them, I think, would be a priority, but, you know. To each your own. Oh. Physics? Holy! There's just a drone, casually. That is one blocky remote. Dear mommy, I am hiding in our room, but I have to fight the monster. It is the only chance to make Claire like me. Not happy face. Me, monster Claire. I won't even make fun of it. This is the type of art I would draw now. I can't draw for shit. That's why I pay people to draw for me. Okay. How? Because you kind of flash everything at once, so I don't know the controls. Wait. I'm clicking E on the drone. It's not working. Do I go in here? Give command to drone interact sprint jump. Wow. Okay, so that's not working. Do I come back around here? Do I press this button? What? Hello? Is it broken or am I fucking stupid? Just in case I'm going to restart. It could honestly be just as easily, it could be either or. Why do you keep doing that? Yes, my desktop is a Viper. Try this again, because it keeps fucking breaking. You had to be there. More parents looking for their missing child. Time is a delicate matter. Click the clock to advance the time. Wow. Wow. Oh, I didn't even notice that the first time. Wait, where'd the boards go? Oh, it's piss. Oh. Dark room. I'm scared. Bro, I'm actually going to throw hands with the Euphoric Brothers. Was the for movement. Since I already played this area, like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, whoa! Is there... I wonder if there are collectibles, actually. I didn't look. Stinger of Flynn. Having many arms allows me to help a lot of people, except the fact you're a fucking jellyfish, you asshole. Jumbo Josh, bro. Eat vegetables and fruits, become strong like me. I actually think he would sound more like Muscle Man than anything. I'm not doing a Muscle Man impression, though, not when I'm sick. It would sound horrible. Maybe later. If I see Jumbo Josh in-game, I might do a Muscle Man impression. We'll see. Open. Let's try this. Do I pick up the drone first? No. I have to pick this up. Okay, I'm clicking the drone and nothing is happening. 2 batteries. Thank you for telling me this time. Actually, you probably told me the first time. I'm just a fucking idiot. Dear Mommy, I am hiding in a room, but I have to fight the monster. It is the only chance to make Claire like me. Grr. Me, monster, Claire. Bro's based. Oh, I didn't even realize Claire's Paradise. Wow. So are the batteries in here? I imagine they're in a box, though. Parkour. On the floor. Maybe the vending machines? Or a bin? Wait, I don't have legs. Oh. Is this one of those games where I'm just a hovering torso? The chair is physics. The chair. Oh. Oh. I would have to watch back the footage. I'm almost positive that was not there. But maybe it was. I am technically legally blind in my right eye, so I could just... Do I have to... Oh! Oh! There it is! Okay, I guess I'm not a human. I'm just... a floating pair of eyes. I'm looking at OBS, and I'm with Obsidian, my snake, next to Jumbo Josh, and he doesn't even look out of place, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Hold on, let me go up next to the wall. Let me angle it. Oh, fuck me. So are you just gonna run into that? Okay, can I leave? Secret ending? I'm assuming that's the exit. Secret ending. Far Cry 4? Ending? No. Oh, fuck you, asshole. Why is this wall... Oh, okay. Teleport. I think I fucking broke him. Nope, I didn't. Hit that button. Go. 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 Brother, I can run faster than that. I can barely even run. Oh. Oh, consider me timber shivers. Oh. 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 Hit it. Wait. What do you mean, no? The fuck? Hold on. Go. Hit it. Hit the... I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Hit the bird. Hit the fucking bird. What do you mean, no? Oh! There he goes. Hit it. Okay, bye, I guess. What are you hitting? Oh, it's What in the fucking Minecraft is this? Why is the glass so thick? Is she still there? I'm assuming it's she because it's pink and it's children's. So therefore pink definitely means female. Wow. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I'll check. Captain Fiddles, I'll check. Ban! Sharing is caring. Your pancreas is What the fuck? What do you want my pancreas, bro? Pancreas is like the only organ I never learned what it did in chemistry. Or fucking biology. Not chemistry. Hello? Was that me? Oh, it is. Okay, that's the... You don't have the key. Or physics! I think my drone has, like, social anxiety. I don't know what the fuck is happening. The end is here. Can I teleport him in here? Hit the button! No? Okay. I'll go fuck myself. Don't worry. What's this? Where does this go? Judging by that, it's a shitter. Wait. If it is a shitter, you would have to either Slavic sit on the shitter, or you would just have to leave the door open in front of all the kids. I don't know which is worse. Anyway. Captain Fiddle says, ooga booga, booga ooga. Alright. Bambalina says, kindness is free, so sprinkle it everywhere, fucking woman. I'll do what I want. Whoa. Do I drown if I hit the water? This is so unrealistic. Oh, Pila bird. Okay. Wow. Wow. Look at this tunnel. Wow. Oh. I got an egg. Hit the button. Where is my drone? Where the fuck? What? Hold on. There he is. Hit the button. I hit it faster. What do you mean, no? Amazing. Why does the entire room change color depending on the direction I'm looking? Who? Okay. Down we go. Egg. Egg. Give me, what? Oh, it has a weird hitbox. There has to, oh. Bring a friend day stickers. Caution, peel slowly. Alright. Are these the collectibles? Egg. Didn't know Tectone was in this game, bro. That's wild. The boat must contain an egg. Why is it so glossy and reflective? What the fuck? They definitely bought all of these textures from a texture pack. Or a Unity Engine pre-made pack. Do these piece out? Why don't the swings have physics? In fact, why do they have an invisible wall? Bro, you gave the only things that should have physics no physics. Hey. I can see your beak clipping. I think it's... No, it's not clipping. Never mind. That's just how it's built. Opila bird is unbelievably hungry. Feed it 6... Are they not your eggs? Also, why do you look stoned? Oh, there's a handprint. Is that the bite of 87? I don't sound like him at all. Whoa. Can I... Bro, you could... Okay. Ball pit closed. It is my fuck. 1. Twice. 2. 3. Is it getting deeper? 4. 5. Yeah, it's getting bassier. 6. Oh, it's a key. Oh. How does that even make sense? Claim the reward. Is Opila Bird going to break through the 2 wooden planks? Was it orange or yellow? I see. If I tell you to hit the button, are you going to figure it out? Oh! You can break it. His class you can break. And despawn. It's the shitter! Oh. It's 2 shelves. Distraction at 1. Excuse me? I have a hammer, I'll beat the fuck out of you. Is the hammer for the birds? Are you going to get up? Wow. Oh. This really is peak gaming. Press space to jump. Well, I figured that out. Opila Bird says, laughter is the best medicine, so make sure to smile. Huh. Yeah. I will, my fuck. Emergency. What the fuck? What was my color? Huh? What? What do you want me to do? Oh. Why is there footprints on the wall? Huh? Oh. Do I jump on this? It looks way darker on stream. The fucking gondola? And I... Whoa. Whoa. What a ride. What? Where's the big scary? Oh, am I... Oh, I see. I alone, I want to play with the whole bird, but everyone left me. Everyone have party without me. Miss Mason see me but go, I am scared because hole is loud and my friends scream in but my bird is funny. That's probably, if I saw that on Twitter, that'd be the most sane tweet I would have seen all day. Jumbo Josh, brah. He's green. You're a bad man. You're red. You're a bad Melina. You were white. Opila was pink. You were orange. Stinger Flynn. But what was your name? Fucking Gloob Gloob. You were like a blue. Oh. 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 What in the goddamn? Oh. There's an invisible wall. There's a fucking invisible wall. Hit the bird. Hey. What do I do? Do I put the dukes? Oh, I fucking broke her. I broke the bird. I fixed the bird. Just wait for my drone. It fucking how do you what the fuck? Whoa! Oh! You hit me in the air. What the fuck is happening? T. Same, bro. I feel the same way. To be okay. Brother. Oh, it's bird. Bird is the word. Hold on. Can you fucking wait? You clipped me through the wall. Hold on. I'm doing a funny. Hold on. This won't play in the VOD, but it'll play on stream. Where? There. What is what the fuck? This is really funny, I swear. You have to be here to experience it. Can you clip? You clipped me through before. Well, you clipped me last time, but like, where's your hitbox? Okay, go. Can you? Can you fucking hit the? I can put the dukes. I get shit on. Oh yeah. There's an invisible wall. What? Why is there an invisible wall? Why? Yeah, I understand wholeheartedly. I get you, brother. Press E to be yeah. I don't even know what's being said anymore. Ooh, mow, mow. You clipped me last time, so I'm just... Oh, he's already here. What a lovely chap. I felt like you were going to clip me. I'm so happy you didn't. What am I supposed to do? It also seems like Opina Bird would be very kind to just wait. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually in danger. You always stop there. And then the drone cancels itself. You get a bit closer and then it actually hits. Okay, what do I do? I actually just fell off. What the fuck? What do you want me to... Also, could you have saved, like, right after I hit the button? H. Same. Wise life could be dream playing of all things. Okay, thank you. Spotify autoplay. I don't even care anymore. I'm not full screening it. I give up. I'm fucking preemptively waiting. Come on, you're gonna clip me. No, Miss Input. Where's Clara when I need her? Go. Hey, how's it going? I should do amnesia. Okay. What do you what is it I do? Because I get through. I get to here, and it doesn't. Maybe if I hop on it last second. Hey. I'll just hold on. I'll throw. I just realized he's going to clip me. It didn't clip me. Hit the button. Whoa! I'll wait for her to get closer, and then I'll hop on. What? Do you want me to, like... Oh. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. How the fuck does that help me? Watch this. Dude. But there's an invisible wall. Hey. I'm gonna fucking give you a haymaker. Hold on. Amazing. Peak. I just realized desktop audio was on. It's not supposed to be. The VOD did pick up the copyrighted song. Oh, great. Oh, it's fine. Go, hit it. While I try to figure... Does it want me to run over there where the feet are? Also, when do you actually start moving? Now. Well, for fuck... Hold on. I've lost my fucking mind. Give me 1 second. Hold on. That doesn't even make sense. I have a better one. Hold on. Where is this? Where's the hat? Where is my hat? I don't fucking want Fiji water. Where is it? Bread, burger crown. Ah, here it is. This is just where my sanity is now. Peel a bird, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. If I have to look up a tutorial for Garten of Madman of all things, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Wait. Was it frozen because... Oh! Oh! Oh, I killed it. Why is... Oh. 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 We killed it. Oh, I got the... Is that hidden somewhere, I wonder? Okay. Oh. Oh. No, oh, I didn't read it. Hit it. Oh. Oh. This visible wall, of course. Whoa. 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 Oh. An elevator. I clipped through the light, because of course I fucking do. Oh. We're going into the abyss. Apparently this kindergarten was being held up in the void. We're going to have Minecraft. Oh, what? 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 Oh no, bro! You're taking... Oh. This is, Oh. Oh. Am I dead? Did I die? Did I die of death? Why is Kung Fu Fighting play? Okay, that was like a half hour. Fuck it, we'll play the second Bad Man. Let me throw that shit on. Hold on. I'm gonna have to record the entire game again because of the fucking desktop audio. I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. Because it doesn't go in my resolution. So I'm gonna have... What do you mean mix? What the fuck does mix mean? Are you fucking serious? Mix means... fill? Are you fucking serious? Mix means fit my monitor? That's what mix means? I would have loved to know that for the last game. For a pet. Hold on. Okay. For parents looking for their missing child. Time is a delicate matter. Yeah, bet it is, brah. Who the fuck stole my tables? They stole another one. And they turned the lights off. Ah, bro, this is... No, that's not cool, bro. Give me my fucking tail. Oh, yeah, with Jumbo Josh, brah. There he is. I feel like he'd have a muscle man voice. Where's my drone? Will he get... Why do you have one toe? I can... Okay. There was not a light there, but that doesn't make sense. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to question the physics of fucking Batman of all things. Why did my FPS drop? Realizing my model's a bit... There we go. Did he eat my fucking remote? You can't see it, hold on. It's missing the top and the side. Filthy fucker. Eating my tech. Oh wait, actually I don't need to... If you weren't here for the last Batman, we had a sizing issue, so I had to expand the game to be larger than my resolution because it didn't fit my monitor. But now we figured out how it works. So that looks like that one. Is it Backrooms or is it Well, it's Gmod in the Backrooms. There's a bunch of like meme horror videos in it where it's a guy like in a hotel room and he's looking out and there's like Skibbity Toilet or some shit in the middle. This is it. The things we've done have finally come back to bite us. Everyone's gone, and the whispers from the abyss just keep getting louder. I think I even saw a face or two looking up at me. Oh, they're just Skaven. Yeah, you might want to run. If you see one, there's like 100. We were told everything that gets thrown into the abyss dies. Well, typically, yes. But it appears we were tricked. If you're reading this, take my advice and leave. Everything here should be forgotten and erased from history. Tja, nah. What in the Roblox is this? I have played tycoon games with this exact same steel texture. Why is our medical sector in the abyss? Oh. Those are the worst lights in existence. Holy fuck. The Tess... I thought it's a Tessling. Like, it's bad. I don't even... Like, the thing is with this game, it can just as much be a problem with me as it is a problem with the game. Okay. Oh, I need to hit this one. To open that door? No. What the fuck does that do? Hello? I feel like I'm supposed to be on the other side. Is it my drone, maybe? Did I miss it? Because I feel like I did. I could just be soft locked until I pick up the drone. I don't see it. It's like in his hat. Well, he doesn't have fingers. It's not in his fucking hand, is it? No, the drone isn't here. I don't... Okay. What? Do you want me to, like, jump over to there? What? Do you want me to, like... Hello? Alright. It's the abyss we go. Same. Are you gonna minimize again? No, holy. Yeah, the abyss. Womp womp. Yeah, you come out, you go bling, 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 blang. And then I hit this. And it does fucking nothing. Oh. Do I need to hit this button again? Maybe? No. Oh! Are you... I don't even know if I was stupid or if there was actually no indication to hit that. Because it's Batman, I'm just going to accuse the game of being stupid. I refuse to believe Batman of all things outsmarted me. I still don't know what the... Oh, am I supposed to hit all of them? Okay, that door's locked. That's... okay. I'm 0 for 2. It actually clips into the... Alright. Why would it mount on it? Of course it clips into it. What else would it do? Whoa. Whoa, the spider is real. There is an elevator to success, but the stairs are good exercise. Oh, this was the guy who stole our tables. No, wait, our tables are smaller, weren't they? The spider is real and it's coming. Hey. How's it going? I'll just, Bye now. Okay. Notice you're expected to punch in from lowest to greatest. Customer registration recap board. Drew fucking Weverly, H.H. June, Rachel Maysam, Shaver, and Rahul. Who the fuck? Oh, we got a kindergarten under a kindergarten? Okay.
Hey, you there. I can see you on the camera.
Why is it echoing?
I am so happy to see you.
I love how
I
enthusiastic
need your
you
help
are.
with something. Wait, can you even hear me? Hello?
You're just as happy as I am, brother.
Listen, if you can hear what I'm saying, wave at any camera.
Is this a camera? What if I just don't? What if I just ignore him? Of course.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad you're here.
What is this
I thought this was
pyrocynical
the
voice
end.
acting, bro?
I was looking around and walked into the security room. Then the door closed behind me and I've
Is
been
the
stuck
spider
inside
still there?
since. It needs a light blue key card to open, but I don't have it. I know why you're here and I can help you, but you've got
There
to
he
get me out of
is.
here. If I recall correctly, only maintenance
Sheriff
workers
Toadster.
held a
Shut the
light blue
shut
key
up, bro.
card.
Shut up.
So
Shut up.
You're gonna have to go down to the maintenance room and look there.
Didn't ask.
The door there is probably locked as well.
Slow
and I
Celine
can open it
and
from here, but I do have control over the break room door.
Pedophile Peter.
Here, I open it for you. See if you can find anything useful in there.
This is where they stole the tables. fuck is... Oh! My antenna. Okay, I don't usually eat birthday cake because I think cake tastes like shit, but I'm going to be honest, that looks actually banging. There he is, my baby boy. I wonder, does he work any better? I guarantee you he doesn't. Meow. Ah, bro, come on.
Oh, the good old drones. I lost mine a couple weeks ago. Maintenance workers used them for all sorts of things, like reaching high places and grabbing things that fell into the abyss, and sometimes even comfort.
How the fuck did you grab anything with that?
It's good that you have one. It might be useful in our little conundrum. Take a look
You
around
sound
and
as
see if you can
enthusiastic
figure
as
out
I
how to
feel.
get
It's
into the
actually crazy.
maintenance room. I'm unsure if it can be of much help, but wave at the cameras if you need my insight.
I'm lost, help me.
My memory is a little fuzzy, but I do remember something about management allowing workers
Hat.
with good scores to punch in later than those with worse scores. The better your performance, the later you're allowed to punch in. This was to encourage workers with lower scores to come earlier and perform better. Naturally, this
He looks
meant
like
that the
fucking
person with the
Nurgle.
lowest
Okay.
score would be punching in first. To make sure that this was always the case, a system was set up to only allow the workers to punch in the
Wait, was
perfect
I supposed to be
order
listening
that
to him?
assumes that nobody's going to be late. Yeah, this system wasn't very well liked.
Oh, is it a code? Lowest. So am I supposed to go numerically lowest? So it would be June first. So June would be here or here? Then Drew, assuming it's any color. Okay, yeah, okay. 4, 6 is Rachel. That's here. Then second last, and last. And then we just did 9, so 10, 12, 22. Good puzzle, bro. I really had to rattle my brain for that. That was a real head scratcher. Pedophile Peter. Oh, it's Nab Nab. It's okay to have no friends who miserable like, oh, are you a VTuber? Oh. Treat others how you would want to be treated with respect. I didn't even fucking read it, I just made up my own words. Slow Celine says, I may be slow, but I am quick to help anyone in need. Bro, I'd pour fucking salt on you. What in the fucking case animatronics is this? Is it a maze or is it... Okay, I think it's a very straightforward maze. Basically walk in a straight line and you're safe. That was tough. That was hard in my head. Oh, it's supposed to be a puzzle. So pink, because pink means woman, because it's a kindergarten, woman means when right actually means left, because women don't say what they want. Therefore, you ignore what they say and do the opposite. Understood. Remember to protect yourself. Hard hat and a high vis. Yes, yes. A cassette. They go. Woo. Yellow glass is... yeah, I'm aware. Why is there 3 buttons? You could have just as easily done, like, one. Just the one with the glass. I mean, if you want to put them side by side and be like, here's one with breakable glass, and here's one without. Then even then, you'd only need 2. Why is there 3? What do you mean, no? You telling me you can't do a 360? What fucking drone are you? Why are you refusing? What? Why did that freeze my game for a second? Oh, is this door? Boo. Wow. Oh. Whoa. I actually fucking jumped of all things to... Oh. Yes, always right. Nap of all things got me. Did it save me pick up the keycard? No. If it's pink, you do the opposite, because it's a woman. Goddamn, my gamer gene is good. Did I fucking kill him? What happened? Oh, okay. Nap died, I guess. I don't even know what color of keycard I picked up. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm assuming it's red. Nope. Blue? Sure. If you read this... Fuck's sake. I read it, but I didn't say the words fast enough. Oh no!
3 birds with 1 stone. I get all of your key cards, I get the perfect specimen, and I don't have to deal with it.
Why do you have 3 fingers? Why are your forearms so
all
jacked,
thanks
bro?
to
How much
you.
jerking off are you doing?
Oh, come on. I didn't hit you that hard.
Have you seen your forearms?
Or maybe I did. Either way, it's best you take a nap while I...
How long are your gooning
prepare
sessions, bro?
for a little surgery.
He left me my drone for some reason. Okay. And he was kind enough to give me a rug. You can't hit that? Oh, you can hit that though, right? I'm clicking at the X. Bro, I'm looking at the X. Oh! I thought there was glass. There was not. Oh. Yeah, same. I'll be reincarnated. Yes, yes. So do I put you there and then hit it there? And then you get out this stupid piece of shit. It's just fucking I watched it hit it. I feel why are you spawning there? You don't actually spawn on me, you spawn in set locations. Of fucking course you do. Is that it? You hit it the set. Okay, I don't even fucking care anymore. Just hit the button. Oh, it's come. Case, I don't care. Lore's not my thing. Oh, it's piss yellow. It's a piss yellow keycard. What the fuck did that do? An elevator? Elevator? Could give me a hammer, bro. I would have done the same thing. Holy slow. It's Jumbo Josh, bro. Is he gonna be here again? It's not even near where I am. Am I going to get to do more lukewarm puzzles? Do not cross, it will trick you. Oh, I didn't even recognize you. Ah. I see, I shoot it with gun. True American style. Oh! They're getting tolls. He's two now. Why are they all fucking dead? Elephant, child, baby fish. One of your eyes fell out, sir. Lord, I don't care. Oh, his back is stitched up. Oh, that's a shame. Oh. Wow. Oh. Do I have to put it in one at a time, or can I get them? Why is there a Fortnite supply drops on the fucking wall? I mean, I suppose if you're going to win kids over with anything, Fortnite would be the best way to do it. Oh my god, we love Fortnite, we love Fortnite, we love Fortnite. You couldn't have just taken it all at once. Of course not. So do I like ram this into his eye? Bro, I'm not even next. Okay, okay, okay. Now hit it. Why you went further back? My drone's a pussy. Obviously, I do something with the cannon. Where's a cannonball? Can I use his eye? No. Am I supposed to like parkour? No. Do I use under a desk maybe? I thought that was something on the wall, just a fucked up texture. Of course. So you'll hit his arm, but not his eye. I got it though. Why are you being cringe? Hard, bro. Where the fuck? Okay. It was before I did everything. Great. Yeah, we get him active. Syringe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? I don't... Well, considering I said hard R last time, that has different implications. Press E to be reincarnated, yes. I'll just start with him to see. We aggro him. Our drone does nothing because God forbid it did something. Hit him. Hit him. Hit it again. Maybe now? Brother, I don't. What the fuck? Oh. Oh is fucking right, brother. Can I no, I can't save manually, God forbid. I was gonna say this pausing. Actually, pause the game now. Nope. Like it's a fucking online game. 2, 3. Six. Three, 4, 5. Surely it's like the drone isn't doing enough, so we shoot the cannon. Like, there has to be a reason there's a whole ass cannon here. Is it like I have to wake him up first? Can I now use the eye as a cannonball? Do I have to wait a second so he's like definitely stunned? Say 1, 2, 3. I can't believe I'm actually fucking looking up a Garson of Bad Man. Why why would I look it up? There's a whole section on cannons. Amazing short, YouTube. Thank you. That was fantastic. You literally didn't show me anything. I have a fucking Think Noodles video loading to tell me how to play Garson of Bad Man 2. Here, okay. Did I... It's not Jumbo Josh. That's factually incorrect, Think Noodles. I'm not watching this whole video, man. He gets out of his arm, but I got it out of his arm and he killed me. What the fuck is this? Oh, racism. Hit him. And the game is fucking stupid. This game is so fucking stupid. I hate it. A firework. Okay. I put that in the cannon and I shoot it. It was like, is that it? Yep, of course. That's fucking great, bro. What's the point of having two of the same color keypad in the same room? Open sesame. Whoa. Fucking hate this game. How could... Oh. We good? Yeah, we're cool. Where's the fucking drone? Hit the button. Why did they think to just make the drone like autopilot? Ah, GV element infinity. Of course. That's my favorite element of the periodic table. Fucking infinite. And then you hit this one. Or why do I have to wait so long between spawning you in and actually giving you orders? I was wondering why my hat wasn't on him, then I realized how fucking small it is. You still there? Yeah, he's chilling. Oh. I don't care about the lore. Wow, this is going to be a running sequence, isn't it? Is Nap Nap going to burst through that door? How to survive a giant snail attack? Huh. Why would you be telling me that? Seems pretty situational. Can you please hit the fucking button? I swear to God, the only reason there's 3 buttons is to stop you from getting a refund. It's the fucking tequila bird.
Quick, in here.
What happened to the tequila bird? Oh. The cycle of kindness.
Everyone,
Kindness leads
I
to
want you
betrayal,
all
which
to
leads to
welcome
sadness,
our
which leads to
newest
evil, which
student.
leads to betrayal.
you're late to
Oh.
class. I'll let it slide this time. since
Sorry,
it's your
bitch, the
first
fuck you
day,
talking about?
But be late again and I'll rip you to pieces.
Oh.
You're new and unpopular student, so you will have to sit with the unpopular table in the middle.
How about you suck my
Now sit,
balls?
so we
Fuck
can
off.
begin.
D is for drink. Alright.
Sit.
Shut the fuck up. I'll do what I want.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm sitting down. Average woman moment. What is with these random letters after you die, man? Like, what's the purpose?
Now sit, so we can begin.
Oh,
Okay, class, so the first lesson
Oh.
of the day is math.
oh, okay.
Over the course of the semester, you will learn how to annihilate others, how to safely extract the human brain for eating,
Okay.
and... Oh, wait, I made a mistake. I think that's lesson 4 of the
Why are
day.
your forearms so big as
For
well?
math. Over the course of the semester, you will learn to add, subtract, divide, multiply, and so much more.
Multiply would come before divide,
I
which sure.
am so excited. Before we
Bob
start,
Dass and all that.
let's revise some of the basics. What is 6874123612 plus 9819399912? And remember, wrong answers will be very harshly
It's at least
punished.
7. Maite player?
78560635524. Correct!
Aha.
You kids are really paying attention today.
Sure,
Next question, and one that I wrote myself.
that's fantastic.
What is 2 plus 2?
25 minutes left.
My life. Wrong!
Ah, he said it, not me. What the fuck? I didn't say anything. Where are you going with that? What? What do you mean? Why do you have to ask me to respawn? Just assume I want to be respawned.
Now sit.
Oh,
we can
fuck
begin.
me.
Okay, class, so the first lesson of the day
Dude,
is
that actually
math.
hurts my head. Holy.
Over the course of the semester, you will learn how to annihilate others, how to safely extract the human brain for eating,
Woman
and...
speak. I shut down.
Wait, I made a mistake. I think that's lesson 4 of the day. For math. Over the course of the semester, you will learn to add, subtract, divide, multiply, and so much more.
What is my drone
I
doing?
am so excited. Before we start, let's revise some of the basics.
Uh-huh.
What is 6874123612 plus 9819399912? And remember, wrong answers will be very harshly punished. 78560635524.
I don't even know if that's right.
You kids are really paying attention today. Next question, and one that I wrote myself. What is 2 plus 2?
Is it 4?
Correct. Wow, I thought everyone would get it wrong.
Uh-huh.
Alright, last question before your lunch break. What is misery plus disappointment?
Is it my life?
My life.
Uh-huh.
Correct!
Amazing.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for math for the day.
Uh-huh. That sounds about right.
Go to your lunch break, and then we'll start the next lesson when you come back.
Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, this is lunch. Why are you staring at me? Please save our friend, he's getting bullied. You want to save this twerp? We're cool kids. We chew gum. Get us gum. Okay. That's the that's 3. This is for 4 gum. I'm giving you the gum. Why won't you accept the gum? Oh, I found more gum. Thank you for your $1. Here's your $1. Give me the fucking watering can. There's the... Way. I fucked that guy in particular, I guess.
Attention everyone, this announcement concludes your lunch break. Please return to your classes.
Uh-huh.
Also, teachers, please keep in mind that we're on the lookout for a very, very naughty student,
I
believed
take
to
my
be
dollar back?
accompanied by a drone. If you catch them, call Principal Banban's office immediately.
Who would do such a thing?
Hey, you didn't see the person they're talking about, did you?
No.
Oh, what am I saying? You're one of the cool kids. Of course you don't talk to ugly, unpopular kids like them.
Uh-huh.
Take a seat with the cool kids where you belong.
Yeah. That me, I'm
Okay,
cool.
kids, the next lesson is science.
Okay.
Like we did for math, and since this is the first science lesson of the semester,
Holy
it will
yap.
only be a review lesson. But first, let me introduce you to our classroom rules.
Uh-huh.
No eating, no talking, no breathing, no moving, no asking questions, and no washroom breaks.
Good.
Remember, I will have to punish you very, very harshly if you
Don't
break
worry.
any of those
My
rules.
mouth, my hand isn't even on my
After
mouse.
the review, let's start with something easy. How hot is the sun?
Can I
Nothing's as hot as me.
Oh.
I'll allow it, but only because it made me laugh and because you're a cool kid. I can tell by your very cool glasses.
Uh-huh.
Next question. How many hearts does an octopus have?
Oh.
Stingerflint.
What?
Correct.
What? What?
That's half right. Since Stingerflint is close to an octopus, he's a jellyfish.
Oh shit, we did some racism.
But I'll allow it, since you're a cool kid. Normal octopuses have 3 hearts. We humans have 1. And Stingerflint has... I'm not sure actually, but let's move on. Next question. We have 5 senses. Sight, smell, taste, touch, and...
Oh dear god.
I'm so funny!
Fuck.
Wrong!
I have to do all of that again. Yeah, a fucking pain in my ass is what this is. I'm losing my sanity. Fucking reincarnate me. I don't care. Just do it.
Take a seat with the cool kids where you belong.
Yeah.
Okay, kids. The
I'm not even in the fucking tab anymore. Hold on. Let me look something up here. I'm just gonna put a rat dance on repeat. Wait, no, not rat dance. Did we do I'm Batman? I'm Batman. I'm awesome.
next
Okay.
I can tell by your very cool glasses. Next question. How many hearts does an octopus have?
I don't even think anyone on the stream could. Yeah, no one on the stream can hear this. It's literally just me. Good.
Since Stingerflint is close to an octopus, he's a jellyfish. But I'll allow it, since you're a cool...
Just This is what I've degraded to.
We have 5 senses.
Like
Sight, smell, taste, touch.
this is what I'm doing.
Correct!
This is my life now.
That's all the time we have for
Oh,
science.
is it all the time we have for science? Oh, that's a fucking shame, isn't it? What? Whoa, woman. Are they fucking duplicated? What happened? You want to join us, punk? Give me money. I'm already paying the fucking mob. And I guess you reproduce in the last class. I don't even want to know. Cool. Am I a pinhead now? Wow. Holy.
Attention everyone, this announcement concludes your second break. Please return to your classes.
I'm Batman. I'm awesome.
Oh wow! 3 new kids in one day? One unpopular kid? Yuck. One cool kid and one mean kid.
Yeah.
Welcome! Sit on the table to your left where you belong so we can begin.
Segregation. No, I'm not a fan.
Okay, kids. The next lesson is health and kindness.
Oh boy.
Just like we did for math and science, it will only be a review lesson.
Yep.
Let's start with some common knowledge to freshen your stupid brains.
Uh-huh.
Can anyone here give me an example of an unkind person? School sucks.
Shit.
Wrong!
They're both called Mean Kid. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to answer? Or, yeah, you are.
Welcome! Sit on the table to your left where you belong so we can begin. Okay, kids. The next lesson is health and kindness.
I guess it would be me because I'm a pain giver.
Math and science, it will only be a review lesson. Let's start with some common knowledge to freshen your stupid brains. Can anyone here give me an example of an unkind person?
Or maybe unkind money taker.
I will beat you to death.
Okay, that's fair.
Correct! That is a perfect example. Good job.
Holy shit, she's
Saying it was
gooning.
directed at me, of course. Now, this time, can anyone give me an example of a kind person?
Oh,
I will give you a
shit.
Correct!
What?
Exactly! Giving others things without expecting anything in return is exactly what kindness is.
Oh.
This class is going to be great! I can feel it! Wait, what was that? I wonder if it's a new student. Nobody move while I check it out.
Okay, bye, Mrs. Gooner. How do you have no ass? Like, actually no ass. Do I run? Batman.
No! Not again! I actually tried to be a good teacher this time.
Whoa. Whoa. The fuck is this? Come here, you little shit. Faster. Is this what it feels like to be Chris Hansen? You were just chasing predators? Or am I the... Oh. Oh, wait, oh. Do I have to do this? One at a time. Come here. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm not supposed to open that door. I suppose. Yeah, same. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna finish this different day. This is actually hurting my soul. I can't.